Welcome everyone to episode 8 of my Hutan Pantai series. It is time to start our long grain rice harvest. I already did our wet rice harvest yesterday, well, last month in game technically. Yesterday / last month, both the same concept. But anyhow, let's get this guy working over here. We do need to sell some wet rice off. And we're doing good. I've accomplished quite a bit. We actually, I think we could pay off another little bit of our loan. We're sitting at... we're sitting at $100,000 in loan, which let's just go ahead and pay off because I'm about to sell stuff. After I sell some rice off, we'll probably have about 100,000 in the bank, maybe 100,000 in the bank. We'll have like, I don't know, we'll see. But we'll definitely have this 50,000 paid off after we do that. Is there any contracts I want? Not really. None of those look super. Actually, that's not a bad one. Yeah, let's go ahead and borrow the items for that. I go, perfect. All right, let's get this guy started in there. Stone picking's not too bad, especially if it's right there. Yeah, we can get a worker working on that for us. But yeah, I've just been grinding contracts, getting harvest done. Things are going good for us. Yeah, I mean, things are coming together. We're getting stuff done. We're making money, which is really good for the farm, obviously. So yeah, I'm happy about that. But I wanted to bring you guys in. So like I said, I'd bring you guys back in probably during harvest because we finished out the last episode during our planting, so we're still making progress. I still have a lot I want to do on this series, so I know it's going to feel a little accelerated as we make some progress, because I am also trying to wrap up the series, but I also want to accomplish what we set out to do, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and sell. Well, actually, I think the prices are fine. Let's double check, though. Prices for rice, we are sitting pretty good. 2099, it's not going up anymore, so I think this is a good time to sell, actually. Let's get some rice in here. Where's it at? There it is. Yeah, we'll get that in there real quick. And load that up some more. And perfect, we should be able to get how much we have left in storage. 15,500. We're not going to be able to quite get it all sold off, which is stupid, but maybe we'll do it later. I don't know. It doesn't matter that much. We have a little left in storage. I'm not too worried about it. I'm not going to make a bonus trip just for the sake of that. I'm going to speed time up a little bit just because I think we might get... that price might go up a touch more. If it goes down, we know to immediately stop doing what we're doing right now. Kind of curious. Doesn't look like it's going to change. Sometimes it'll just go up, still like trend up a little bit. Oh, it went down. All right, we're gonna stop fast forwarding time. We lost $1 per 1,000 liters. That's okay though, we'll be fine. And that's, I want to make sure we're actually going to the right place. That's, yep, Harbor Grain Elevator. That's what I thought. Wanted to make sure. So we'll go get this sold off together, so you guys will get a good feel for how much we're gonna make off of the wet rice, because it'll be whatever we get for this times 2. Because, well, obviously I have one more full load we'll sell. There's a little extra in there. I might sell that later, but I'm not gonna be too worried about that. Get my calculator ready to go. I also ended up selling our soybeans off finally. I actually remembered to do that. So those are sold off, which is great. That's really the only couple things I've kind of accomplished. But yeah, and just doing a lot of contract work and stuff like that. So usually I just hire workers to do a lot of the contract work, which again, we don't make as much profit, but we're still making enough that it's worth it, obviously, because we're doing really good. Back up a little bit. Came in there a little too hot. All right, those will start selling off. Yeah, it'd be great to get our loan paid off. Then we can start actually making some money, which is, oh, that'll be good. That'll be a good feeling. In this episode, that's our main goal, is to get that loan paid off, which we'll be able to do basically right now. 31,902 times 0.2, that is 6380.4, so we'll just give ourselves 6380. Boom. Yeah, easy peasy. Once we sell off the next load, that loan will be paid off. Plus, we're also, I believe, going to sell long grain rice this month because, well, I think it's the best price as well. And usually we get like 4 loads of long grain rice. And then we can actually start, upgrade some of our equipment. I'd like to get maybe another field to do some more long grain rice. Start working towards getting our next farm set up. Or maybe we might even just finish out. Honestly, we really don't need another farm. We might... I don't know, I thought about that. That would kind of extend it quite a bit. I don't know, I just posted an episode today, this series. Maybe we'll see kind of how it does in terms of if people are still caring. It seems like most people really don't care that much. I kind of talked about that in the last episode that I posted today. So we'll kind of see. But I mean, I would love to go 20 episodes on this series. I think 20 episodes would be perfect to get us where I kind of want to be. But I'm just not sure if it's going to all work out that way. So we'll kind of have to see. But anyhow, I'm going to get this stuff sold off. I'll get our rice harvested. Make sure those fields are all good to go for next year, getting everything done. And yeah, I'll bring you guys back in a bit. All right, welcome back in, everyone. As you can see, we have a lot of money, actually, 569,000. I did our harvest. We got 28,000 liters of rice and 70,000 of long grain rice sitting in there. So that's all really good. We got plenty of that sort of stuff going on. Big plans coming up. It's probably on the thumbnail, so you can ignore it. But I've been doing a lot of contracts. I haven't accepted any of these yet. They're all from today. I'm waiting to see if I get some more since it's only 150. I might get some more contracts today, so I'm just kind of holding off on that. But yes, I cleared out this area over here, flattened it all out. We are going to start doing some canning factory stuff. I want to start make some rice boxes or bags or whatever. I don't know what's best, but this over here, I thought about buying that and then using this facility here since that'll save us some space. But there's a lot of like harvest contracts that get delivered there, so I figured we should just use this space because I think it'll be pretty easy for now at least. So under factories here, we're gonna get a full one, which is gonna be for $330,000 a piece. This is the big one. This one is kind of, I probably could barely get this to fit here. But this one's the same thing. Much smaller, much easier to work with. So I think overall a lot better. I do have universal autoload installed so we can haul our pallets pretty easily. I'm kind of deciding how I want to put this. The only bad part about the way this is kind of designed is, yeah, I don't know. I think I want it that way. Maybe, yeah, I think that way. And then maybe tucked into here as close as I can get. Close as it'll let me. Can I do free mode? It's not going to help me, is it? No, okay. Yeah, I got to go right about there. Just right there, I think is probably good. Yeah, let's just go ahead and send it. Okay, so there we go. We have ourselves our very first kind of factory setup here. Let's do a little bit of landscaping because you guys know I like things to look nice. This asphalt? Yeah, that is asphalt. Yeah, I think the asphalt's fine. Put the entrance directly across from us here. Okay, and then honestly, I'm just going to draw a straight line kind of ish over to that. There we go. Maybe make this area a little bit bigger. So there's kind of an area for us to get stuff done. Obviously, if the dude to pick stuff up from the back of the place here. Maybe we should have put it over maybe a little bit more. Yeah, I kind of want this over a little bit more. I wonder if I can... Okay, I can go over a little bit further here with the land. So that'll help out a little bit. Just a little bit more space to kind of work with. There, that's definitely perfect. Okay. Put that through there, and then... no, what's a better one? What does that look? Ooh, I actually really like that. There. There we go. Ooh, there's like a forest dirt red. There's all sorts of fun stuff in here. Okay, and then just kind of some plants for the rest of this. Maybe some bushes along here. Yeah, just kind of some bushes and stuff along there. That'll be good. Some grass as well. Probably should put the grass down first. That's okay. Grass is pricey. Let's get... but it makes things look nice, so... I like it. I don't... gotta watch our money. Oh, I did not want to go that far over. We'll fix that in a second. I don't need it that big. There we go. Okay. Honestly, this isn't costing that much, to be fair, either. Just something to make it look a little nicer. Okay. Along there. There we go. Okay, and let's go ahead and fix the damage I did. What's the difference? Asphalt cracks. Ooh. Oh, nice. Okay. I like the clean asphalt, but I was just kind of curious what that looked like. Let's do this through here. There we go. All right. Perfect. So, yeah, and do I want to do rice bags or... what do I want to do? Let me check my profitability thing here. So I'm looking at production guides. Where is the canning factory on here? Canning factory. All right, so in terms of like profit per cycle, what are we looking at? Rice bag is bad. It's terrible if you use the... Rice box is good. Rice rolls are not good. So rice rice boxes are good. It might have been updated too, some of it. You lose money if you put it into rice bags. Rice boxes are good though. And then the regular rice, we're just going to turn into rice rolls. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, overall profitability per month. Goodness gracious. Yeah, rice boxes are the way to go. And then rice rolls are kind of secondary. We'll use, so if we're looking at our factory here, rice bags you lose money on. This one's great. Let's activate that. And then rice rolls from the rice. Let's activate that. Those are what I want the two things to get kind of produced into. I'm going to change those to distributing because I don't want them to spawn right away. And then let's get some stuff put in there real quick. And then I think I might be able to configure this truck to do a flatbed. We'll check that here in a second. All right, let's get some. We'll just do a load of each right now. Well, we'll do a load of long grain rice here, or half of it be long grain rice, then the other half can be regular rice. But eventually I'll get it all transferred over. It just doesn't matter that I do it in front of you guys, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. I can do that off camera pretty easily. And we still have a lot of land over here. I really don't want to store equipment over here. I like that we have room to put a second one of these in, if we really want to. All right. That should give us... All right, they're both going up. Good, good, good. And it should holds quite a bit. And I'm assuming that this is probably going to keep up pretty effectively with our outputs, to be fair. And with the universal auto load, we can actually check this in the store here real quick. If we go to our truck, does this have... Yeah, it does have the ability. Okay. So this little indication here, we can reconfigure this to be a flatbed. Now the other question I have is... Is it under trailers? Under trailers, isn't it? Yeah, this guy right here. Yeah, okay, there we go. So that we can use this guy in just a different configuration to haul our pallets, so we don't have to worry about getting something new to haul pallets. So that's going to save us some money. And then, oh, the best time to sell, because we do get 20% above when we're selling the good stuff here. And also, too, if we get like maybe like a contract for peas or something else, we can do some of that. The noodles require flour. So I thought about doing something like that. We can make like rice flour and then maybe get some eggs rocking and rolling for us. But I don't know. But anyhow, if we get any contracts for any of these guys, we can keep the extra stuff and throw it in our factory here and make it into something better. Or even do some of this ourselves. We might get into some other crops too. We could do some of that. What is the kimchi? Kimchi requires a lot of different things. We could also do a normal greenhouse to grow something. I've never done a mushroom greenhouse. That'd actually be kind of fun, wouldn't it be? Yeah, maybe we'll do that in a future episode. But yeah, let's see here. Rice rolls and boxes. Best time to sell is in March. Okay, so I'll probably see you guys in March then. And we'll go on kind of a selling spree, if you will. But that's what I got for you right now. I'm just going to do a little bit of stuff off camera. I'll accept those contracts, get all that stuff done, and kind of go from there. So yeah, I'll see you guys here in a bit. All right, welcome back in, everyone. It is March. Did a couple contracts off camera. Nothing too crazy, though. If we take a look here, Rice rolls, I'm not quite ready yet. 27.55, which it's on the way up here. But if we go to rice boxes, it does say it's gonna be better next month, but that's on its way down. And 50.95 is pretty darn good. I'll also say that we ran out of rice last month. So we ran out of regular rice a couple months ago and long grain rice last month. So this thing absolutely cooks through it. And this is an undivided production, so you can have all of these going at full speed ahead at all times. So yeah, there's nothing to worry about right now. But we're gonna get this thing configured. We're gonna sell off some rice and call it an episode, I think. And then we should be pretty squared away for next episode to get some good stuff done. So let's go ahead and we might as well repair it while we're here. Oh, was it 1843? I've been trying to remember to do this because it doesn't bill you right now because of the glitch. That's 38. Yeah, why not? I don't even know what achievement I got. Fix me up. What? Did I have to repair? I don't even know. I've repaired a lot of vehicles on this computer, so I don't know why. Let's do bale trailer. Customize. Okay. And this one. Bale trailer. Okay. And now we should be able to auto-load stuff, should all be over there. Okay. What is it? Left shift. What is it to auto-load? We gotta get next to it. Oh, I need to change the, we're selling the boxes, right? Yeah, it's not time for the rolls. Yeah, the boxes are, it's so much money. We're gonna get 161,000 plus 20%. We're gonna be doing just fine. Just fine. Let's change the rice boxes to nope. Change output to storing. All right. That should spawn a bunch of them. Let's go to this one. Left shift R. Perfect. Okay. I can still keep loading. I can only load that many, which that's, you know what, we'll take it. I can do 8 at a time. Well, we actually can drive around here on the side, and I didn't even realize you could do that. Okay. There we go. Trip 1. I gotta get a thumbnail shot. It's gonna tell me it can't take these, and that's okay. Actually, it may not tell me that. Alright, I'm sorry, I have to take a thumbnail shot. I gotta do the YouTuber-y things as well. Okay, oop, that was a little quick. Let's go ahead and change the FOV. Oop, nope. Why did I do that? 60 standard. There we go. There we go. That's a good shot right there. Boom. Print screen. It'll take that one for me to have. Okay. Oh, did it not? Come on now. Why are you being weird about this? There we go. All right. No, it's at that time. Let's set this back up to 60. Let's get us out of flight mode and turn the HUD back on. Okay. So we're going to the farmer's market to sell, right? Yeah, farmer's market. That's this one right here, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. I'm so excited to sell this. This is 16,000 liters, plus we have another... How much do we have left here? Rice box. We're almost up. 5,000 more in there, but plus I think we have another like 10 behind here, so we have like another full load, I believe. Oh boy. That was close. These, I guess, are quite heavy for it, so maybe it's a good thing this is all we can take at a time. This road right here goes straight down there to the farmer's market. And actually, I'm not going to add our 20% until the end here, but take a look at finances, make sure there's nothing, shouldn't be anything weird, right? Miscellaneous, yeah, that was one I took out for repairs. Property income, production costs are 0. It should be under sold products. Sold products. Okay, that's all 0. So, oh boy. So that way, we'll just sell it all off, not worry about the percent, and then I'll go in there and make sure we're good to go. Okay. Holy crud. My goodness, and that should all be in there. Oh, we should have been doing this a long time ago. You guys were saying I should have too. Oh, it's my fault. I didn't think we'd do this good off of it, but we're making way more doing this than we are doing other things. My goodness. All right, let's go grab another load real quick. I'll keep you guys in for it. This is I want you guys to be there when I add the 20%. Just to this one. Just to this one product, because then next month is when we're going to sell the other one most likely. So let's get back over here. We should be able to haul pretty much everything with this next load here. Easy does it. Oh, that's right, I have to be stationary. Perfect. Just let it spawn the rest of them out. There should be 5 more. Yep. Perfect. Excellent. So it won't be quite as many as the last time, but then that should be all that's in there. Yep, except for a little bit there. 25 pallets of rice. Now the rice rolls are only worth about half as much, so the rice rolls are going to be a lot less exciting. But this is something here, that's for sure. All right, let's get another almost 100,000 from this, and then add like 40,000 for our 20% bonus. Oh, I'm so excited. This was such a great idea. I should have done it a lot sooner. You gotta be careful. I don't want to lose the pallets. Easy does it. Yeah, that trailer's a little tipsy-turvy back there. A little tipsy-turvy. All right, and I think we're probably getting paid more than we should here. That's how usually the farmer's market works. You also get a premium for selling here. Wow. Okay, what does that look like in our finances menu? 189.55. Let me get a calculator. Where's my desk calculator? Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, where is it? There it is. 189,553 times 0.2. The bonus is $37,911. $37,911. We're at 556. We don't even need to buy. We could have bought another factory right now if we wanted to, but we just don't need one. I don't even know what we do with it. This one can keep up with our production. We got to get some more stuff going. Next episode, we'll probably get some more land and get some mushroom greenhouses going, because I think mushrooms will be fun. We already have all the water and stuff for it. And then I think we start kind of upgrading our equipment from there. But I sold the rice rolls off camera, getting our like 100,000-ish for that. So we're sitting real good at 650. Yeah, we're sitting real good. So I'm thinking of buying a piece of land. Got a few ideas for that. We can make in our factory, we can make preserved beetroot. I know this sounds like a terrible idea, probably, but I'm thinking of buying this field right here. It's 244. We eventually want to start kind of getting stuff out here. We could buy that for 244. We could lease a harvester for $20,000, and then probably spend another $20,000 on, costs. We'll definitely get a lot of stuff off it. It'll take us a while to do it. The only thing I don't like about that field is it needs plowing. It doesn't require anything else. It doesn't require lime, and it's double fertilized, so we don't have to fertilize it. But I think we're going to do it. I think we're just going to do it. Oh, I don't want to do it. It hurts. Okay, so we will harvest that eventually. That's going to be a little while. For red beet, if it's planted here, it's going to be ready in August. And then in August, we'll also be looking at harvesting our rice. And then our long grain rice will be in September. So we'll do our rice and red beet harvest same time. I'll get other contracts done. And after that, it is going to be a massive Is it actually planted? Yeah, it's planted. Okay. I guess they would have planted it this month. Then after that, it's going to be a massive rice field for us. We're slowly working in to be able to maybe claim this spot and make, you know, a bigger farm here. But this is going to be a big, big rice field. That way we can do more long grain rice out there. That's kind of the plan. So we have plenty of money. We actually have enough money to buy the red beet harvester outright if we really wanted to. But I don't want to do that. I just want to get the stuff off of it. I'll keep track of the leasing costs because I think we're going to make far more from our red beets than from the leasing costs. We don't get a 20% bonus. We just sell them as is. But yeah, so we're going to do that. The other thing we're going to do, if I can zoom back in a little bit here, I don't think we're going to need another one of these for at least a very long time. So what I would like to do is do some mushrooms. We could do large, medium. Where's the large one? There's the large one. How big is that compared? Medium. Small one is really tiny. Oh, that's a regular. No, that's mushrooms. Okay, yeah, let's get the large one. It's 36,000. Okay, I'd like to get a couple of these. That looks like that's where the water is going to go. And where does the stuff spawn for these guys? I don't know. I'm going to place this right here, as far back as it'll let me go. Okay, and it spawns there. That answers that question. It's not the best spot, but I think that'll be okay. And then I'm going to place another one right here. And then we'll landscape a little bit there. Yeah, we can do a little bit of landscaping. I probably can still sneak around the back side of this. I'm just going to make this be, yeah, might as well just go right up to there. Yeah, we can still sneak around the back side of that. Let's make this a little bit larger. But yeah, there we go. I'm going to just kind of curve that. We'll go along here. And then I'll just connect this back out to here. So that way it doesn't look completely odd. We still have some stuff going on. But yeah, there we go. Now, we have some mushroom greenhouses, which we are going to... what is the best mushroom? I gotta look at my cheat sheet real quick. Okay, so mushroom greenhouses. Large mushroom greenhouses. We're looking at... I'm pretty sure these are divided as well. Let me double check that. Production other... Yes, they are divided. Okay, which means we can't run them both at the same time to get full output. So it looks like we can make about $3,100 a month making the oyster mushrooms. So we're going to focus on the oyster mushrooms. That's going to make less every month, but they're worth a lot more, it seems like. Is that true with prices? Let's see. Oh boy. MNO oyster mushrooms. Okay, 1,700 at the best. The other ones that we're not making are the enokis, which are yet worth a lot less. Okay, yeah. So oyster mushrooms, what we're going to do with those. But yes, that'll be just some extra income on the side. We can get those rocking and rolling. I've never done the mushrooms before, really in a series. I mean, I've done them like for guide videos and stuff, but never in a series. So I'm excited about that. But meanwhile, our factory is just kind of sitting idle until we do all of our harvesting, and then we can start using it again. We may look into, I mean, we can, with the way that factory works, we may look into, I don't know, let's look at it here. I don't know, out of any of these things in here, it's going to be the easiest to grow. We could maybe consider, I don't know, we could consider just buying a harvester outright. We'll see kind of how our money's looking when we get there. But we could consider buying a harvester outright. The one I'm thinking of is, I think, 420,000. We don't have that right now, but it's 420,000. And if we do get that outright, I mean, the seeder for it, if we go to the store here, the seeder to plant red beet seeds is not expensive. Vegetable planters, yeah, we can get this guy. I mean, or that guy, honestly, like bidding up $50,000 to start planting those sorts of things. And then we can harvest all three of those. So we could be doing all three of those. And then we could potentially on the map, if we're working our way out here, I mean, these are big fields. Some of them I want to keep big. Some of them I want to divide into smaller fields. We could do like 12, cut 12 in half, make half of 12 a big rice field, and the other half divided up into some root crops and get those cooking over there. Make 3 like little root crop fields or something, or maybe take 8 and divide it up. It kind of looks like it would be good, easy to divide that up. I don't know. We got ideas. 4 is definitely going to have to be divided up. That's a weird shaped field. And I got to be careful too. The more we expand over here, the less ability we're going to have to get good contracts. So just got to be aware of that. But anyhow, that's what I got for you right now. I will get some water over there, and I'll see you guys here in a bit. All right. We have a lot of stuff happening. Got a lot of mushrooms coming out here. I also did a bunch of contracts. A bunch. Like, just a ridiculous amount. And for carrot contracts, which I did 3 of, actually. That's all I did. You get a ton of leftovers. So we have 149,000 liters of carrots. We have a bunch of parsnips. Oh, that it went down to where it should be. We have some red beets, which we're going to need a lot more here in a second. We have a little bit of green beans. I think we have still any spinach. Nope, we're out of spinach. That's turned off perfect. So we've got a lot of spinach bags in here, and other things are kind of getting made, which is great. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff. So if you look at like time-saving stock check, this looks like a disaster. March is a good time to sell most of this, it looks like. So we'll wait around until next year. But yeah, including, well, February for these guys. But yeah, they're going to make enough money to keep us going. And we, of course, got paid out pretty good for all these contracts. What's that one? No, it's sorghum. I don't really care about that. So we have plenty of money, and it is time to do some harvesting. We need to harvest our red beets and our long grain rice. Now, we have the money to get the harvester that I want. If we come down here to, is it under beet harvesters? Some of these guys will do red beets, actually. Oh, it's tempting to go for like some of these guys. These guys are pretty good. 45,000 liters would be a really nice capacity. Gosh, should we just go for that? But you'd also need to get this guy. 4 meters would be great. 6 miles an hour. It only does red beets, though. The one I'm thinking of is this guy right here. It's a mod. 420,000. It's only 3 meters, 6 miles an hour. Only holds 17,800. I think it'll be fine. And we can still do, like, we can do some, I don't think we can do anything actually with the potatoes, can we? I don't think our factory does anything with potatoes. Yeah, no, but we can get some more other stuff going. So every year we can do a little bit of red beets, a little bit of parsnips, a little bit of maybe not carrots forever again. But if we get like a little field that we can do that sort of stuff on, I mean, as we're kind of slowly moving up here, I don't know, we can do stuff with, what is in that field? Oh, parsnips. Surprised I didn't get a contract for that. I did some other parsnip ones, but yeah. So yeah, maybe we just get that guy because it'll do all sorts of different stuff. It'll take me a little bit more managing it on unloading, but honestly, once we get through this year, it'll be a lot easier. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and buy it, which is insane. We could also finance the bigger one. Oh, gosh. No, let's do this one. All right, let's buy it. Let's buy it. I don't want to do it, but let's do it. All right, we have that. That's perfect. The other problem we're going to have is if we're doing 2 harvests at once, I mean, I guess if we're throwing it all into different places pretty quick, I just kind of think we need a trailer. We haven't really gotten a trailer yet. I mean, we have one of those, I guess, but I think we should get a trailer. I just think it's time. This one's a really good one. It's not too expensive. We can bump it up to 37,500. That one goes up to 46, but that's a lot more money. I think this is the one. I think this is the play here. Oh, we don't need the Michelin magic. Oh, is that the one with the bigger capacity? No, this has... Well, that's the design. What? Is it possible to do it smaller? Oh, there's the extension. I was about to say, what? Yeah, $50,000. That's still not bad at all. I'm okay with it being red. Let's go ahead and buy that bad boy right there. That can be pulled by the Deutz. I'll say, why does it sound like this thing's driving? It was not. Let's get that baby unfolded. Let's get her cooking down to our little area. That pipe is ridiculously out there. Is there any way to move that in or do anything with that? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. I don't know what that one does, but at least we lifted the pipe up a little bit, I think. There, so that'll be good. Okay. Let's get this guy out there. It's a little loud, actually. This thing's a little loud, but that's okay. We'll get it out there. We'll get a worker started going on that, and then I'm going to use that trailer that we got now to unload into. That trailer should hold 2 loads from this and then a little bit, which is going to be kind of nice. Now, I also don't know how fast this thing's gonna get going. I honestly just don't know. I don't know how fast it's gonna harvest. But yeah, I don't know. In terms of like what we're doing, yes, this is gonna be our home base eventually. And we'll have, you know, rice field, rice field, rice field, rice field, rice field, rice field, or like fields through here. So this little kind of weird shaped field, I'm kind of thinking maybe that can be divided up into like some of our veggie fields. We'll just kind of have to see too how much we want to invest in. Well, I mean, we've invested in this $420,000 piece of equipment, so we're kind of hooked now. But this is going to give us a crap ton of red beets. A crap ton. A metric crap ton. That is the official measurement of red beets. It's going to be a lot. Okay, let's see how this wants to do this. How does it think it should do it? 5 around the edge, I'm pretty okay with that. So that should be fine. And then up and down. Yeah, that should be fine, right? Yeah, I think so. Maybe a little bit more around the edge. Let's try 6. Yeah, give it a little bit more room to turn around. See, okay, and then hire you. What? Field not... Don't you do that to me. If a worker doesn't work with this... No, get out of here. It's obviously harvesting. Is it because it wants it to be topped first? You gotta be kidding me. There's no way I'm gonna not... There's no way. There's no stinking way. Field not ready for this work. It doesn't realize it has a topper on the front of it. Oh my goodness. Well, how much is a topper? That's something we shouldn't have to pay for. That's stupid. Well, they don't have a detopper in here. I'm assuming that's what it thinks, because it also does other crops that might need to be detopped. The defoliator, 97,000. That is ridiculous. Oh, gosh. So if we have to get this, that's 520,000 anyways. It looks like we're just doing beets and sugar beets, and I'm going to get one of these. All right. We've got 633 beets in here, but guess what we're going to do right now? What is our money at right now? We got 51,567. What's 51,567 plus 420? 51,567 plus 420,000. That's 471,567. All right. We're selling this thing. This is ridiculous. If it's not going to do the job, it's defective as far as I'm concerned. So, boom, that's gone. And we're going to set our money back up so we don't actually take a loss on that. 471,567. Perfect. Okay, and I want to make sure that's... Oh crap. I had to set it. I hit the wrong button. That was my bad. Equals 471,567. There we go. That's where we should be. Okay. Gosh darn it. Well, I think we'll do a loan because I don't really want to finance it, because I actually think we'll lose more money on financing it, to be honest with you. So let's go ahead. Let's go into finance here. I want to get the big one. We might as well go all out. If we're going to go that route anyways, we might as well just go. We just got to commit to it. I'll take out a $400,000 loan. We probably won't need all of that. Nothing. It's not like on sale right now. That'd be kind of convenient, wouldn't it be? Boy, oh boy, that is just the most frustrating thing in the world. I can't believe that. It's got to be because it does potatoes. Oh, gosh. Okay, well, can't be too upset about it, I guess. Why does this have a bigger tank, though? I wonder... The reason I don't want that one is that's only 2.7 meters. We're going to do a little experiment here. This also might... Why do I have that much money? Why is our money there? Equals 471,567. Enter. There we go. Oh, wait. I just took out a $400,000 loan. I'm such an idiot. Oh, my goodness. I swear, guys, I'm losing it. We should have never done red beets. This is just going to cost me so much headache. I'm thinking that this guy can hook up to the one with the bigger capacity that's also cheaper. So let's buy this. If not, it's not a big deal. You know, honestly, it's not really a big deal. 685, but it's not that much more. It holds 2,000 liters less. It has more horsepower. Let's just buy the bigger one. Who cares? I've had enough of this garbage. And we still have 93,000. Let's repay a bunch of our loan. Yeah, let's just leave it there so we have a little bit of operating. All right, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna lose it. You guys are about to see me rage quit Farm Sim for the first time ever. Oh my goodness, if this does not work. I knew this part would work. So far we made it pretty good. I'm just gonna drive straight across these people's fields. They don't deserve to be happy if there's sunflowers if I can't get a beet harvester to work. Oh man. Now next year we can buy a seeder that'll put beets down. It doesn't really matter. I'd also like to upgrade our. Well, I don't know. We got a lot of stuff we're gonna buy next year, but I think when we sell in March or whenever, everything's pretty much in March, isn't it? February, March, January for seeds. We're not selling those, so yeah. Basically, in February we'll sell that off, and then in March. So February, March, before we have to buy stuff for the next year, we're gonna get to sell a lot of that stuff, and we're gonna make a lot of money right around there. So that'll be good for us, I think. Yeah, that'll be good. All right, let's see what this guy wants to do with the field. I think let's do 4 actually. Give you a little bit more space. Okay. I swear to goodness. Oh, it's gonna do it. Let's make sure. I'm not gonna believe it until like starts doing something helpful here. I'm terrified. All right, we'll give it a second to get going. Where is this guy? Oop, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Nope, drop that off. I'm having all sorts of issues today. As many issues as I could possibly have. This thing has plenty of horsepower. It should have no issues hauling that trailer. Let's go pick up that trailer. My goodness, I can't believe. I thought oh gosh, we had to spend an extra $200,000 because of that stupid thing. But that's okay. We have a much better harvester anyways. It's more efficient. We just can't do anything but... There's no sugar beet recipe right in here. No, there's not. I mean, we could, I guess, get a sugar factory. Let me know what you guys think about that idea. I don't know. We can do whatever we want. We could do that if we wanted to. Or we could just not do sugar beets, because sugar beets are stupid. And we could just do red beets, which is also okay. And, yeah. We can just do a small field of red beets. I can't believe we bought that. I guess that's another point. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know how many red beets can this thing go through in a year. So 240 times 100. So 240 times 100. So it goes through 24,000 a month. So it actually will go through 288,000 a year. That's pretty darn good, actually. So we might need to build a second one of those factories at some point. But that's pretty good. I'm not against that. Yeah, that's pretty good. 288,000. Oop, I'm running into stuff looking down at my calculator. 288,000 a year. Okay. We're going to get way more than that off of that field, because that field's way too big. But what that means is we don't need that big of a red beet field. I mean, if we just take the top, just chunk the top off here and do this little thing here, red beets, that'll be, honestly, that's probably what we're going to do, and then we'll make the rest of this a rice field. I didn't like the way that field was set up anyways. I'm excited for the harvesting contract in the sunflower field, though. That's going to be nice. But yeah, that'll be a good plan for us. And yeah, and see, he's harvesting. It looks like he's going around. There's parts of that have been harvested. That's good. Things are happening. Oh my good gravy! I couldn't believe that. What a nightmare! My goodness. I mean, it does work, and I could do it by hand, but that sounds miserable. Is what that sounds like. I don't know. I feel like it might have still been a good idea. I mean, this one would have sucked, this harvest. But then later when we did smaller fields, it would have been less of a big deal to do it by hand. But yeah, I don't know. I think we got a pretty solid plan. If we really want to do more red beet stuff, we can make, I mean, eventually if we wanted to do a field like this big of red beets, we could do that. We just need maybe 2 more factories to kind of keep up with it. I mean, we'll make the money back. Preserved, how much are preserved beets going for? Best price is $1,000, so about $1,000 per 1,000 liters. What are we turning those beets into in here? That's 100 to 45. So yeah, I mean, 2,000 beets, that means, is worth $1,000. So every one of these harvester loads that I unload, this thing holds 43,000 liters. So that means that's 20 grand a load coming off of this after we produce it, pretty much, which is pretty impressive, to be fair. So yeah, this thing's already made that $7,500 has already been harvested off of this field. So we're going to make the money back. Don't get me wrong. And we'll be able to afford to build another preserving factory if we really want one. So we've got options. I think, I know this is episode 9, and I said I wanted to stop at episode 10. We obviously have to keep going. I'm enjoying playing on here. I want to finish what we started. This might go 15, 20 episodes now. So, it could not, I don't know. I just don't know. It might be very far and in between and whatever that, I don't know. We'll kind of see. We'll kind of see what has to happen. So, yeah, I think the problem is, I think that harvester didn't want to work because they didn't have the remove foliage state. Because you can't remove foliage off of this, so it just wouldn't have worked on here. Even if we had to defoliate it, which we couldn't have defoliated it, I don't think anyways. Yeah, I just think this is going to be better long term. But anyhow, I think that's where we're going to leave it for this episode. I'll do this harvest off camera. It's going to be long and miserable. So if you guys... We have so much stuff to sell. So much. If we look at our production here, well, first off, we have a lot of mushrooms, which we're going to sell as well. And then if we look in here, we have plenty of red beets left to keep producing. We have a ton of red beets also in storage from our harvest. We're looking at 193,000 in storage, plus what we have in here, and those are rocking through it. We're out of carrots. We can disable that. We're also done with the rice products. We're done with everything except for that. So we have plenty of preserved beetroot, plenty of preserved food carrots, plenty of parsnips, rice box, rice rolls, all of the above. So we are going to change the rice boxes to storing. And we're going to start with those because we get 20% bonus on those. And we do have a little bit of a loan, 180,000, but we're going to pay that off pretty quick. So, I think I should have... Oh, do I not have the auto load installed? Oh no. I need to get that installed. I'm assuming I don't have it if it's not working. We can double check real quick. If I go to buy a flatbed. Nope, it's not on there. Yep, okay. I'm going to install that real quick. I'll be right back. All right, we're ready to rock now. There we go. I think this is going to hold more, so I'm going to use this trailer if I can. Oh, that's it for that trailer. Okay, that's still pretty good. 24,000. I think that's more than the truck held. Could be wrong about that though. I think we actually can adjust this too to make it a little bit better. Let's go sell this off, and then I think we'll try to adjust it because we can set it kind of how we want. Everything is pretty much going to the farmer's market. Yeah, everything's going to go to the farmer's market. It's just the best place to sell, so it'll work out best for us. I don't know why there's two one-ways that way. I feel like the other one should have gone towards us. I don't know. The one-way's on... Oh, gosh. Oh, boy. Well, this is already off to a great start. Thank goodness we're not on console. Sorry, console players out there. It would be miserable if we were on console. Because that would have been game over for that. And we wouldn't have auto-loaded them in the first place. So many things would have gone wrong. Oh, man. I couldn't even imagine playing on console. I just seriously can't. You guys are just absolutely amazing. I would never do pallets if I was on console. Yeah, all of it sounds terrible on console. You just have to be so much more careful. Alright, let's go ahead and... $134,476. 134,476 times 0.2. Let's add in 26,895. Beautiful. Okay. Let's back out of here. Let's go configure this at our farm to hold a little bit more. This is going to be epic. This is why that one way only goes the way that it does go. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't come out here. This is going to be bad. I was hoping that we could loop around. We still might be able to turn... Actually, I'm surprised we could turn around in that little area there. Still actually worked out okay for us. As long as we don't hit any traffic. Yeah, there's no reason for that one way to be that way, because it hooks up... Or where does it hook up? Oh, I guess it does hook up to this, so it kind of has to be that way. Well, no, it doesn't. You could have gone... You could have been able to take a right there and loop back out. I don't know why. There's two... I don't know. I feel like I could have designed the roads better in Hutan Pantai. I feel like I could have designed the directions better. Like, they could do the same layout, but I could have designed better directions for them. But, whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, we have so many pallets of things. One of our investments might be a truck to haul these pallets. That's actually not a bad idea. Should we do something like that? Nothing on sale, is there? Nothing crazy. Oh, should we do it? A truck, we could get this guy. Doesn't really fit with the vibe that we got going on, to be fair. No, we'll be fine. I want to invest in some other stuff. I got some good plans for the farm. But we should be able to configure the auto load on this to be a little bit better. Yeah, that's customize. Auto load. Actually, no, not there. Let's do... Sorry, let's get out here. Let's make it a little bit wider. Because I think it'll hold some more pallets that way. Yeah, that should hopefully... Can I make it taller? Yeah, why not? We can be kind of crazy. This is going to be ridiculous. Okay. Let's make sure that actually stayed there. No, it didn't. Darn it. Why did I not... Do I have to hit something to save it? Out a little bit more. Because I'm hoping it'll do 3 rows. And then up. Like to there. Okay. There. I'm hoping that saves it. Auto load. Yeah, okay. Customize. No! How do I save that? How do I save that? That's so stupid. Okay, if I just lift one thing up here. Enter, I don't know. Feel like it should allow me to customize it. I mean, it does allow me to customize it. I know I've done it before. I just don't know what issue I'm running into here specifically. Maybe a little bit further out that way. Okay. How come I can't hit customize? Trailer type standard and loading position standard. They will auto load. 2, I could do 2 maybe. That doesn't really matter. Yes. Okay, that time I think it saved the settings that time. Now if I customize, yes, okay. So apparently I have to go in there and hit save settings. Okay. Kind of makes sense, but kind of not. So, okay, we'll see how crazy this is going to load. I might have just made it way worse, but I just think it'll load more than the little lizard dragon will using this bad boy. Alright, let's pull around here. Nope. Nope, none of that made it better. Huh. Well, I guess I mean, it is what it is. Is there any more of those? I don't think there is. It's kind of dumb that I can configure it and it doesn't change anything. Doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Let me know. Let's change that to storing. Let's just wait there. They'll spawn some more here in a second. Theoretically. Should have more rice rolls, right? Yep. Come on. There it is. Yeah, that's all it'll hold. Alright, well, I mean, it's still not the end of the world. It definitely could be a lot worse. So, I can't really complain as long as I don't tip this thing. We could get a different trailer that could potentially hold more. If we look at, like... That's not the one. What's the one we own? We own this guy. So that guy's as big as it is. We could get... This guy's definitely bigger. How much is this thing? This thing's only 20 grand to buy. I mean, we could get something like that. Honestly, we might want to. We have a lot of pallets to go through. We could potentially do that. So let's go. I'll deliver these here with you guys, and then I'll go. Let's just buy that trailer. Yeah. What is the extension? No, I don't want the extension. That looks like it'll harm things more than anything. I'm hoping that this will do better things for us. So let's go ahead and buy that. I will go pick that up after I drop this off. I'll do that off camera, but let's go get this sold off together here. Let's loop around here without flipping us. Gotta be very careful. But yeah, at least we just have to go right up the road. That part is good. Eventually we can get a semi and everything like that, but I mostly want to pay off our loans and, yeah, which, I mean, we'll get 20% bonus on this as well, so that's going to be nice. Let's get a little bit better in there. All right, 120. 120, 007 times 0.2. That is $24,001 for us. Boom. All right, I'm going to go change that out. And this guy, we might as well actually sell this trailer off. We don't need 2 flatbed trailers, so I'll sell this off as well. But yeah, I'll see you guys here in just a second. All right, this trailer's way better. I loaded up our preserves, or some of our preserves. It has all of our red beet preserves, which is crazy because it's 74,000 liters. The best place for these guys, I'm pretty sure it's all the farmers market. Farmers market, Goldcrest Valley might be slightly better, but let's look in here. Let's see what it says for prices. Preserve beetroot. Actually, it's not the best. Well, actually, the price is just fine though. The farmers market gives us more than that though, so I think we're still in the clear. Yeah, farmers market prices for all those are pretty good. But anyhow, yeah. So I delivered the last little bit of the rice products too. There wasn't very many. We got like, with the 20% bonus, we got like 45,000, and then I paid off the loan. I sold our other trailer for 12 grand, so it paid for most of this trailer, and this one holds way more. So this is just way better. Yeah, I know it doesn't haul vehicles, but I'm okay with that. This is just way better. So, okay, and we don't have to worry about 20% bonuses, so we can just drive through the farmers market here. Gosh, we're gonna make so much money. We're gonna make over $1 million. Maybe not quite $1 million, but we're making millions from our preserves. Millions in preserves is kind of what that might be the thumbnail. That might be the title of the episode. I know I know basically this whole episode's been just us selling stuff, which is insane. We're gonna buy some stuff though too. We need to get some stuff going. Honestly, I'd like to get. We need to get that field turned into. We need to buy some stuff. I got some plans, but let's see how much we're actually gonna get first. We still have some spinach bags as well to sell. I think all the preserved, we still have all the preserved food carrots to sell. We have quite a bit more. So let's get the carrots to spawn as well. That can get changed to distributing. That can be storing. And obviously we're gonna get more preserved beets throughout the year. Honestly, we've paid this factory off for sure. Just with the rice alone, we've paid for this and another factory like it if we wanted to. So, I'm very happy with how this is working for us. And it's nice that it's not divided, so it can just really keep up. Even if it was divided, I think we would still probably look into just getting more and more of them. I'm hoping we get all the... We'll see if we can get all the carrots on here. Oh, that might be all of them, actually. How are we looking? Carrots? Nice. Okay, okay. Jarred green beans. I don't think we have enough to get those out. Oh, we did. We had enough to get 1,000 out. All right, so let's change that back to distributing. What else do we have? So apparently these guys are pallets of... These pallets of 2,000 each? Oh, yeah, they are. All right. I was wondering why we got so many on at a time, but that makes sense. Okay. Those are back to distributing. They're making more of that stuff. So then we have some spinach bags. Let's change that to storing. All right. And then is that all we have? We have one more out there. All right. Let's change that back to distributing. And we're just going to... I'm just going to do this real quick. It doesn't make sense for us to make a separate load for this one thing. Oh, I didn't get it on there. Let's try again. It's okay, little spinach bags. Did I get it? Did I miss again? I did. Are you kidding me? I just cannot put stuff on a trailer. All right, right there. All right, there we go. Gosh, and then almost fell off the other side that time, I feel like, too. All right, let's get super strength back off. All right. This is so much more stuff, so hopefully we get another good chunk of money here. Oh, and we have the mushrooms, too. We got to come back for the mushrooms. Yeah, that's right. I am curious to see how much the mushrooms are going to fetch us as well. I actually think it's harder to tip this trailer than the other one for some reason. I just think its weight distribution's a little bit better. But it holds plenty of pallets. This is definitely a fast way to do it. I'm pretty sure if I whipped around this corner, we're going to be good. Ooh, nope. Nope, we're not good. Gosh darn it, we were so close, too. I did test it, though. I was believing in it, and I shouldn't have maybe believed in it as much as I did, so. All right. Oop. There we go. Get back on the road there. And then we'll make one more quick loop. And then we'll see kind of where we're sitting cash-wise. It's still, I mean, we're making more and more money. I'm going to just stop doing contracts. Honestly, contracts are just a waste of my time at this point. We are making way more doing our own stuff. So, and I mean, some of the contracts are going to dry up anyways. I did do some contracts in between when I started this episode and the last episode, just to, how much we get there? 117,000. That's great. I did some just because we had a loan out, so it just kind of made sense to try to make some money to try to help counteract that. But yeah, 387 in the bank, no loan. We started with negative 750, and now we own a bunch of land. We have a $330,000 factory. We're making mushrooms, we're making preserves, we're making jarred and canned whatevers. We are just absolutely killing it. And this is episode 10, which this is kind of a good milestone for us. This is a good milestone. I mean, how many years have we gone in this series? Let's take a look at our statistics. We're years 10. Wow, that actually worked out really good. Years played 10, so that's awesome. So we're on year probably 11 then, would be my guess. That's pretty good for 11 years of work, actually. If I had achieved that kind of success in that amount of time in real life, I'd be pretty happy, so. All right, let's see if we can get all these guys. I'm sure we can fit all these on here. Just gonna try to keep up with it, so we don't have to back up again. So I'm assuming there's just 21,000 in each one, so we might be close on it. Oops, hit that. Oh, we're not gonna be able to fit through there. That tree is just kind of a pain. That's okay. We probably need a loop and get a better angle on the other side of that. Anyways, gosh darn it. That's like the smallest, like there's not even a branch there. There wasn't even a branch I was hitting. And if it was like a twig, I would have just pushed it out of the way in real life. Surprised it had a collision on it, to be honest. Alright, we'll probably have to back out of here. That is the one downside to our little setup here. I'll let them start spawning things. Maybe. Here we are. I'd say they should have some more. Ooh, oh, we're perfect. Oops. We're gonna have exactly the amount of mushrooms needed. We might be able to turn out of this. Okay. If we really believe in ourselves, we're probably not gonna be able to make it. Nope, we're not gonna make it. Okay. I should have backed up. Should have backed up. Now we're really just kind of in a bind here. I might have to super strength our way out of this. Let's see, we should just be pushing our trailer. Yeah, I guess our trailer's in a wall. We're so close. Come on, just force it out. Force it out. It's gonna hit that other greenhouse though, isn't it? Come on. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Just yank that baby out. Come on. Perfect. We got it. We got it. It wasn't pretty, but we got it. Didn't have to use super strength. Even a console player could have done what I just did. Theoretically. Okay. Just shows the power of the Deutz. Let's not hit those rocks. Those rocks will capsize this trailer faster than anything else will. Ooh. other than my driving, maybe. I had to go straight just to not tip that. All right. Let's try to be careful. Let's try to just make it where we're going here. I don't think we'll get too much for these. We'll probably get like 50, 60 grand for this. But still, that covers the cost of our greenhouses that we invested in. Which I'm happy with that. All right, let's get these over here. Man, so much money. I was so excited for this part of this. I was so excited for this episode to be able to get all this sold off. And we would have even more in the bank. We paid $180,000 off of loans. We are doing incredible. Now, some of the stuff we wouldn't get, like the carrots, if I don't do carrot contracts and stuff, which I'll probably stop doing, to be honest. We won't get anything from those. 82,000, that's even better than I thought. We're sitting with almost a cool $500,000 in the bank. I mean, we're about to waste it all. Not waste it all, but we're about to invest it all in our future. We honestly, if we think about how many red beets we have, I don't need to go on the menu. If we think about how many red beets we have, because I've already thought about it and looked at the numbers, we have enough for a whole nother year, basically, without growing anymore. But we did just invest in that crazy expensive harvester, so it makes me want to grow some more. But I also want to take that field we have and make it a big rice field. So we're going to look at a couple things. I want to look at the price of some land and things like that. And we might just have to hold off on our red beet plans until next year, because I don't really have the money to get another... I mean, I do have the money right now to get another factory, but I don't have the money to do everything I want to do right now. So it might seem like we made the point where we're at the tipping point where everything's going our way, but we still have progress that needs to be made here. So this field is how much? Yeah, 458. It's just not going to work. So how much is this one actually? 167. That's more doable. That's more doable. I think we'll just put a year off. I think we'll hold off on red beets for a year. I'm going to turn this into a massive rice field. Let's do that right now. It's going to be epic. And then we can get a bunch more long grain rice, which is going to be fabulous. I did plow the field just to make sure that it's not going to need it when I go to do something here. When I go to place down the field. Okay. Where do I want the... I don't even know where I want the water point. Maybe up here. This would make probably the most sense. If I go boom to boom. Just a massive field. So there. I don't know how much this is going to cost us, but the good news is we already own the land, so... Let's get to right there. I don't want it. I love that it's going to go across the road. Ooh, come on. I have to really move it in there. That's a little more than I wanted to move it in, but that might be what has to happen. Okay, I'm happy with that. I think I'm going to lower it down a notch to kind of sink it in a little bit. Right there. Let's do it. No! No! What is it overlapping with? Gosh, it's got to be something over here. Yeah, cancel that. We'll go along that way first. All right, let's go from here to here. And I'm just going to cut it in a little bit to make sure this... I'm hoping this will work now. Let's make sure that that's not too close to the railroad. Oops. Here we go. And then up to there. Okay. Gotta lower it down one. Got it. That's such a big rice field. All right, so let's do a little bit of cleanup on the edges here. This is just an amazing rice field. Okay. Oops, let's get a little bit bigger. Paint a little bit of this kind of grassy. I can go back through and put some grass over it here in a minute. Ooh, that was kind of weird. I don't know why that was doing that. That's good there. That looks great. Okay, let's get some grass on that. Actually, the short grass is gonna be fine. There we go. No, don't put it on my field. There we go. Doesn't have to be beautiful. It just has to be kind of quick on there. That's perfect. Okay. Gosh, this is such an epic field. Oh, I'm so excited. All right, and it should be good. Like, it shouldn't need anything. It's not fertilized. That's fine. Doesn't need plowing. Doesn't need lime. Doesn't need rolling. Mulched, watered. Okay, perfect. Now the next thing, since that actually didn't cost us that much, that cost us like 30 grand. The next thing I want to get is I want to invest in some equipment. So the first thing, kind of the first and foremost, is a better directorial seeder. That guy's 9 meters, 7 miles an hour is not great. That's 12 miles an hour at 8 meters. That's pretty good. That's a lot of horsepower, though. That's 6 meters at 10 miles an hour. Is there not a better... There's no planter that does rice, right? It's not like one of these that is kind of all out there. I feel like I need to install like another mod. Like I feel like there's... Oh, the Horse Pronto's pretty good. 6 meters, 12 miles an hour. I think that's the one I was thinking of. So, okay, I guess I have probably the best kind of stuff installed here. That's a little bit cheaper. That's 6 meters, 12. That's 6 meters at 10. This is probably the best bet for us. We could bump it up to 8 meters. 275 horsepower for that. Doesn't fertilize. This one seeds and fertilizes. That's what I want. I want this guy. That's 6 meters at 10. Yeah, it only requires 200 horsepower. All right, we're going to buy this flat out. We don't need the tire roller, do we? I don't think we do. That's an extra. Let's do that one. Seeds and fertilizer. Yeah, that'll bump the price up a little bit. Row control. I don't think we need that. Ridge markers. Definitely don't need those. Actually, no. Let's put the tire rollers on there. Those will be good. I don't know if they'll actually help us a lot or not. It's 5 grand. I don't really care. Let's buy that. All right. So that requires 200 horsepower to pull. If we think about our tractor or our... What do we got? Vehicles. Our Deutz-Fahr has 230. Our Deutz-Fahr could pull it. We might get a new tractor. I'll leave that for next episode, though. I've held you guys here long enough. That is where we're at. We are doing really good. We've cleared things out. These guys they need a little bit more water probably soon, but we're doing good. We honestly didn't make it anywhere. We bought a trailer, we bought a new seeder, I guess, and we sold a crap ton of stuff, which was great. But we have a new rice field. We also built that last episode. It's about all we did. Actually, I guess we did a few things. But we have this brand new seeder. Technically, our Deutz-Fahr, which is parked... where is it? I don't know. Somewhere. There it is. That technically has enough horsepower. However, I would like to upgrade our tractor to be a little bit better. So the seeder that we got... We actually might be able to sell ours that we bought this guy for a little bit too. The Deutz-Fahr also could run this in the background while the horse is running, so we can kind of speed up the seeding for now. Eventually, we'll get a second one of those. We just don't need it right now. But yeah, we got this guy. 200 horsepower is required. I think it's gonna want a little more than that, to be honest. Nothing on sale, unfortunately. But let's take a look. So small tractors. I don't think we're gonna find a good 200 horse tractor in here, but we can double check real quick. Yeah, there's not one. Even the Deutz that we have is under here. 230. It's better than those guys. These guys get up to 175, 190. That Massey's 210. The Case AFS is almost... Yeah, I can get that up to 300. I mean, it's going to be pricey. We're going to buy a nice tractor. I think, honestly... How much is this for the 303 horsepower? That's 282 for 303. This is 270 for 302. Oh, gosh. Honestly, I think Fendt... Well, this is actually the same tractor as this, technically. That's why this is the same price, by the way. This one, I don't... That one, maybe Steyer's also made by them. I feel like we should use something a little bit different. I don't use a lot of New Holland. I'm going to use a lot of Case, I think, in my other series. So I think that can go up to 310. 287 for 267. This is tough. I don't really want... I don't really want John Deere or Case. I'd like to use something else. Let's look at large tractors real quick before we get too carried away. We could do... Honestly, I've never really done too much with Valtra. That's 254 for 280, but we can later bump it up to 420. That'll be plenty to get us going. I think that's a good way to do it, because eventually we can do that, but we just don't need to right now, but we can eventually do that. And it's not going to change what we got going on. I'm not a big fan of the gold. What about our blue? I I do like that blue. It kind of goes with what we're doing. It's 5,000 more to paint it. My goodness, but it'll be so cool. Let's do it. Let's just do it. I'm going to do it. All right, we're going to buy this. 259,500. This is insane. I can't believe we just did that. I don't even think we need to wait, honestly. Let's get tabbed over to it. Look at this new tractor. This is the part of the series where we can start buying some really cool stuff. Our next upgrade will most likely be a new harvester, because we're gonna have some stuff to do. Now I can get some seeds and stuff as well while we're here. Actually, let's do that. How much seed did this hold? I can't remember. Let's look in the store real quick. Seeders. The configuration that we did it in was this one. So 2,400 seeds, 3,000 fertilizer. Okay. So we'll do 2 of these. I don't know why I bought those separately. I should have just done them at once. And then 3 fertilizers. Beautiful. Okay. We'll get this thing loaded up. Let's get this rocket and rolling. I'm so excited. This is such a cool setup. Oh, we're doing so good. We're doing so good. I'm so excited. I'm like a kid at the candy store. This is fantastic. Our farm, we're making it. We're making it. Our farm is making it. We're going to be able to do, let's get this over to long grain rice as well while we're sitting here. We're going to be able to we're going to get so much more off of that field in terms of rice. I've also considered switching that back to regular rice if we're doing this long grain, but I think we should keep the long grain up. That's the thing that makes the most actually in the factory as well. So we may actually eventually phase out of doing wet rice in this series, which I know sounds kind of crazy. Obviously, we may not sell our equipment for it, because I kind of like our equipment. It's kind of cool. But this thing, 12 miles an hour, 6 meters. It's 6 meters? I think it's 6 meters. Oh, this thing is just a beast. Look at this bad boy. I haven't even done any, I don't even think I'm going to do any contracts anymore. We're just making money. We're making money hand over fist to some degree. This is just, oh, I'm so excited. So yes, we'll get that field planted over there. And then I think that at the end of this year, we'll probably look into getting another harvester, and we'll need to buy a field for doing some more red beet work, I think. Because we do have the harvester for the red beets, which is kind of a waste of money if we're not doing red beets, if that makes sense. But yeah, so it is what it is, but we're doing okay. Let's get this guy started. Yes. I mean, compared to our 3-meter seeder, this would have taken forever. Oh, this is so good. All right. Let's hire you. Let's see how they do. Such a nice tractor. And we can bump that horsepower up so much. It's a direct drill doing, well, actually, this is already cultivated, so it wouldn't have mattered. But in the future, it'll be nice to have this as a direct drill. So, I mean, the kind of going forward, we could look at like this guy. It's 15 meters. It also does fertilizer and could do long grain rice. We would just need to cultivate as well. But since we have our tractor could do a lot of horsepower. Now 580, that's a little too much there. 615, still a little too much. Why is that one more? Good lord. I thought disc harrows required less horsepower. It's 330. It's a little closer to what we're after. Cultivators, what we're looking for the biggest one here. 630 makes sense. 400 is not bad actually for that one. 400 for 14 meters, that might be what we go for, because our little tractor, this guy can get up to 420 horsepower, so we could use this to pull a massive cultivator after harvest, and then that could really speed it up. I think doing that would really speed up the process to have that kind of going. We could even have a cultivator. If we get a second tractor eventually, get more seeders and things, you know, normally I'm all about direct drills, but that just might be the way to go for what we're doing. Look at this. Absolute beast of a machine. But anyhow, that's what I got for now. We're going to get this planted. I don't know what I'll see you guys next, but maybe close to harvest. I just want to kind of get this stuff planted, get it rocking and rolling. I'd like to get through this year and make some more money. So I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, it is harvest time. I just went ahead a little bit extra just so we could harvest everything at once. But as you can see, there we go. Harvest ready, harvest ready, harvest ready, and all these are harvest ready. So we have a lot of rice, including our new big field over here, which I'm super excited about. I did sell our smaller seeder off because honestly, this with the Valtra, it planted not only this field, but this field, and this field before I could get 3 of these fields done for the wet rice with 2 planters. So This one's plenty efficient for what we got going on. We didn't need the other one. We only got like, 20, 30,000 for it, but still. Yeah. One thing I want to put in, I kind of want to, I don't know how I want to do this actually. I'm going to move these, let's move these pieces of equipment out of the way here. Let's tab over to, nope. There we go. And there we go. All right. Let's get these guys out of the way. I want to move them. Under here should be fine. And let's get you just over here for now. There we go. And actually, where's our harvester? There we go. I'm going to get him started working, because he might as well start working. Since it is harvest season for us. Alright, maybe, theoretically. Oop. Wasn't the best for it, probably. That's alright. Get around that. You can do it. There we go. There we go. Been faster just to go a little bit around, but that's fine. Okay, we'll hire a worker to do that. Let's get back over to here. So, we're going to make a little bit of expansion here. I just kind of want to take a look at a couple things. One, I do think we're eventually going to want a second one. Oops, I hit the wrong button on my mouse to slow it down. I do think we're eventually going to want a second one of those. Yeah, it's not about the... Oh, I gotta get... Let's go to finances. Let's take out a massive loan for now, just so it's gonna tell me it's not gonna place there. Or not. I'm just gonna go up to 400,000. We're also gonna make some big purchases here in a second, so prepare yourself mentally for that. Is there space in here? Even if I go... Okay. Well, I can go right under there. It's probably not the best idea. I honestly could go right next to this guy. Ooh, we could actually put them... We could make like a double factory. That's actually not the worst idea I've ever had. I'm not against that, to be honest. The only problem is in the back, if I have that right there, is there going to be space to get a truck around there to load? The answer is really no. That's the problem, because eventually we're going to get a bigger truck. I don't think we're going to worry about doing that. Eventually we might even just destroy this one or sell this one and move it, to be honest. But we could do some more greenhouses. Thought about that. I put the open air gardens in, not so I can use them. Not so I can use them. I have a better idea for that. The mushroom greenhouses are actually doing really good for us. I'm thinking about putting in... If I do that... I'm thinking about putting in a couple more of these. I could even tuck them kind of under here. They go to the... Alright, so they go... If they're facing that way, it goes to the right side of that. So if I flip it around, the pallets spawn on the right side. So I gotta be aware of that. So I could do... I mean, I think these guys are going to make the money back for us. So if I did one right there. And then I did another one right there, considering it's got to be able to... They got to be able to get in and get the mushrooms. And I did a third one here, which I know this is a lot of money right now, but we're going to make the money back on those. And the other thing I really want to use is over here is this guy. It's a distributor. So this is why I wanted the open air garden pack. You put water in here and it distributes to all your greenhouses. This will make our lives a lot easier. I think we can just kind of tuck this right under there. And then I can put in... I have these little fire hydrants, which I actually might be able to not even click on right now. There we go. I'm going to sell that off. Not because it really gives us any money. We just don't need it anymore. Sell that one off. And then over here, there's another one. I'm going to sell that one off. Okay, because it'll distribute to all these places. Let's go to... Is it under here? No, it's under here, isn't it? Yep, there it is. Okay. And I can put this guy, like, right there. And then that'll help us provide water really easily. Let's go to landscaping. Let's make this look nice. Asphalt is what we've been using over here, but I kind of want to use something a little bit different, maybe. Do we have a good gravel in here? A little small, I like that. All right, let's do maybe some gravel over here, just to do something a little bit different. Behind it, we don't, that's where you can get stuff out. I'm just gonna put some gravel in just so it looks a little bit nicer. Yeah, this can come over to here. Loop around. And just like that. Perfect. Okay, I'm happy with how that looks. And now back to our asphalt. Which is what we got here, right? Yeah, okay. Oh, whoops. Well, I was hoping that would be the right angle, but it's not at all. That's okay. Should have put asphalt in, just make sure. I'm just going to put asphalt across the front of that as well. Put that render in there. Okay. And then just up to here and over. It'll still be kind of a pain to get the mushrooms out of these guys, but that's okay. To get them moved and whatnot. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's put a little bit across the front there and loop that into the entrance. So yeah, okay. That's 3 more mushroom greenhouses, and we just spent a lot of money on that, and a distributor. So I'll put water in the distributor. The problem with the distributor is it holds a lot of water. 2.5 million liters, and at 2,000 liters a piece, it's going to be hard to do with this little guy right here. So I'm going to get that sold off, and we're going to buy a different one right now. Well, actually, you know what? We'll hold off. We'll use that one for now, because it'll be fine. Eventually, we'll get like a big tanker, because we'll have more stuff. But the other thing I want to buy right now, we need to speed up our harvesting for our long grain rice. So we're going to look into harvesters today. I installed a bunch of different harvester mods. Obviously, we have this guy right now. That goes up to 10,500. That one can go up to 19,000 liters. I really kind of wanted a case, to be honest. That one's not bad. We can eventually go crazy big and get like an AF11, but we don't need an AF11 sized harvester right now. But 235 is not bad. 10,000 liters is not the best. That's 11,000. 10,000 there. That one goes up to 10,500. That one's 10,500 as well, but it's a little bit more money. The Colossus pack. I didn't know I had that installed, actually. I guess I just hit all of the harvesters, so I guess maybe I did put it in there on accident. Could go an ideal. They're a little pricey for what they are. I think this might be the play here. Though that one goes up to 19,000 liters. And it's a little bit cheaper. Oh, this is going to be the... Oh, it'll run these big headers? It says it'll go up to 15.2. We'll probably do the 13.7. 15.2 might be a bit much for that. How big can this go? 8.5 is kind of the biggest one they want you to go with. So I guess the John Deere is unfortunately going to win out on that one, at least for now. What's the difference between these two? That one can go a lot bigger in terms of horsepower and everything else. So maybe we go slightly bigger with this. The problem is we got it. Is that the big engine? Oh, wait a second. That's kind of messed up. I hate it when they do that, when like that's the configuration. There's not a cheaper one. That always frustrates me. Yeah, like this shouldn't be standard. All right. How much is this one jumping up to? This one's a lot more reasonable. How much is the grain extension? Does that get it up to the biggest? Yeah, that's 19,380. So you do 19,380 with that. This one actually is pretty reasonably priced. We could even bump up the horsepower quite a bit, which we're going to want to have a big engine on this baby. Yeah, I can't really control that very much. North America, Australia, South America, North America flag, Canada flag, Australia flag, South America flag. I guess we'll leave it in the North America configuration. We'll do number 1 on it, might as well. Ooh. We can do 2018 on it. It doesn't have to be that good. Okay, that's pretty good. We'll want the bigger pipe because we're going to put, oh, maybe not the biggest one. 7.9 is probably plenty because we're not going to put the largest header on it. So, okay, let's go ahead and... What's the finance on that? 6 months at 2% is $44,905 a month. I'm tempted to do that because we'll have the money soon. But you know what? Loan interest honestly is not that bad in this game. So let's go and buy it. Well, should we just do the bigger pipe? 8.7, 9.15. Let's do the 8.7. That's a little bit better. I think that's going to be better for what we want to do anyways. I'm not going to go with the biggest header. I'm going to go with the second biggest header. So let's do... Yeah, let's do the 8.7 there. Okay, let's buy that. Can't believe we just spent that money on that. All right, we're going to need to take out a little bit more of a loan. I know this is craziness. Crazy talk here. The header is going to be honestly pretty expensive. $500,000 in loan. That, I mean, we'll cover that with our property income. So the interest on that is. So I'm not too worried about that. Let's go back to that harvester. We own one of these now. Let's go combinations. It says it can go up to that, which is insane. We're just going to do a 13.7 because that should be plenty for us. Let's buy that. And then we can actually pay back some of this loan. Maybe I'll do a couple contracts or something off camera. Okay. How's our harvester doing? Our other one. His grain tank's full. Let's empty him out real quick. We'll use this guy for emptying this harvester. We'll use the other guy for the other one. Only because this guy has the pipe is too low. We may end up selling this harvester soon. The only reason we're not yet is because, well, it's not actually worth that much, this little Massey. So we might as well hold on to it for now. Right. Yeah, this thing's a beast. I'd rather have gone with a case just because I'm trying to change things up, and I feel like on an Asian map, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe they got a ton of John Deere in Asia. I feel like on an Asian map, though, the John Deere doesn't quite fit. To be fair, I really don't think the case fits either. I just like the red a little bit better. I'm not going to lie. But this is still just a beefy... Oh, we got to unfold the harvester first. There we go. Just wanted to make sure it ran at 6 miles an hour with that header. All right. Perfect. This thing is legit. Absolutely insane. And then at the end of this year, after we get all this rice and stuff, we'll definitely have enough to pay back our loan. We probably won't have a lot of extra stuff lying around, but we'll have enough to pay back the loan. And then maybe we'll take another loan out to get some more land, because I definitely want to do some more red beets. I honestly like to buy this little strip field here to do red beets on. I think that's probably a good investment for us. But we don't have to worry about that until spring, so we'll kind of see where we're at in terms of productions and everything like that. Yeah, I'm slowly buying out stuff over here. Eventually we'll have all 4 of these fields, and once we have these 4 fields, we'll probably start selling off our wet rice fields and moving over here. We'll keep these 3 for now, but if we can use this area kind of like as a... Is this part of that? Yeah, that's part of that, and that's part of that, so... I guess I really don't want to sell the land there. I don't know. We might move off of that. I'm happy keeping a hold of this land just to do that, but... Oh, we're at our field. Alright. Let's see what this baby's got. That hail damage is really killing our crop, too. But the yield percent bonus should still be pretty good at 87%. Okay. See what you got. See what this baby's got. Come on. Stir harvesting. I want to see it. I want to see it in action. There we go. Awesome. And that tank's going up pretty quick. I don't know how much we're going to get off this field, to be honest. I really just don't. Let's get back over here, because that guy still actually isn't working. Because I have to pull forward, because it has too much rice in it. We'll check back on our other harvester here in a second. Now we got the 8,000 liters from this guy. We'll go put this... I also need to get our wet rice harvesting as well. Got a lot of things to do on the farm. It's busy around harvest time here. But we're doing good. We're doing good. Yeah, I'm sure that John Deere will beat the Massey on... The Massey might be able to get a field and a half done down here. But I still think I'll leave the John Deere up there because it'll take a lot of effort to move it back and forth and get it down here and whatnot. Okay, let's go to our working here. This guy will get working on distributing that. We can activate that and change that to distributing. Preserve food factory. You're still making red beets. We're getting pretty close to full over here in preserved beets, which is a good problem to have. Let's get rice boxes rocking and rolling and rice rolls from rice. Let's get that rocking and rolling as well. Obviously, we don't have any wet rice yet, but we will soon. So let's get those started. So as soon as I start dumping stuff in there, they're going to be manufacturing stuff. And then I got to get all these guys set up as well, but I can do that. Let's get this guy over to our other harvester, a new one. We'll check in on him and how he's doing. He or she, I guess. We don't know who we hired. But yeah, our farm is, we're expanding pretty good. Pretty solidly. We're making some solid steps forward now. I can't believe we bought this brand new tractor. It's been an absolute beast to use, so that's always nice. And I guess, is there actually any good contracts? I know I said I'd stop doing contracts, but part of me kind of just wants to do a little bit of them since we have so much debt. A couple of mowing ones, a couple of plowing. There's a few in here. Stone picking, that wouldn't be a bad one. I don't know. We don't probably need them, you know? I like that we're relying on our own income now pretty much. Especially since, if you didn't know this too, on our statistics, we've done 324 contracts. 324! That's insane. Fertilizer usage, seed usage, fuel usage, 20,000 liters. It's insane. Where's our time played? Worked time, that's a lot right there. Worked hectares. Total time played, 223 hours. That is quite a lot. All right, we'll just park on our neighbor's field here for now until it becomes our field. Eventually, we're going to buy your field, buddy. Honestly, we could make this all one big rice field, except that this is its own field now, but we could do that. I mean, that wouldn't probably cost too much to get that upgraded and just do one big field. We actually could wait and do this as well. That would be a massive rice field. Maybe that's what we'll do, but that's, how are you doing? Almost half full here, but he's got quite a bit of long grain rice. That's good. Perfect. But yeah, we made it pretty far this episode. Off camera, I'll probably bring you guys back in when it's time to sell off our products. That'll probably be the start of the next episode. We'll make it through another year then. But for now, it is February, which is the best time to sell our oyster mushrooms. So we're going to sell off these guys and come back and get our load of them. Yeah, we're going to do just fine, I think, this year with our rice and products and everything like that. If you're wondering from our harvest, where we bought a new harvester last episode as well. Excuse me, but if you're wondering from our harvest, I actually want to make sure our worker's still working. Or is he done? Oh, he's done. Okay, that's fine. We got 58,000 liters off our new large field. In total, we got 135,000 liters, which means that 58,000 liters almost doubled our rice. It didn't quite double it, but it almost doubled our rice production, which means we are in for some really good cash this year. That is for sure. So let's get all of this sold off. Beautiful. That's 88,000 in just mushrooms, which that, I think alone, that one load there paid for our new greenhouses this year, which is great. I'm hoping we have enough money. Well, we should have enough money, or at least we definitely will have enough money to pay off our loans. I'm hoping for what I want to do this episode, I'm hoping we have enough money for some other stuff. But we'll kind of see as we go here. Let's get back around. We'll pick up those other mushrooms. Get those sold off, and then we'll do red beets and rice products and all that good stuff. But yeah, we just got a lot of stuff going on. Actually, I'm gonna do. I think it'll just be better to back out of there. Actually, it's super difficult to get the mushrooms from the second greenhouse with this setup here. Oh, I did buy off camera as well. I did buy what was on sale. This guy right here, just a drop deck. We don't have a truck for it obviously right now, which is fine. Is there anything else good on sale? No, not really. Okay, but yeah, we don't have anything really for it right now that we can haul with it or anything like that, but it was still good to get a hold of it. There's only 2 boxes of mushrooms down there. I'm just going to pull those out. This thing actually only have that many. Yep, okay. Make sure it wasn't something that had gone wrong. We're just going to pull these out of there. It's just going to make my life way easier. I actually need to make sure we're not going to grab those beets. So let's get next to one of these other greenhouses here. And these ones are actually kind of nice because I can drive through the back into that field, so that actually kind of works out a little bit for us. But let's get pulled up next to it. And then I'm going to just pull these off so it'll actually load properly. It should grab those as well. Oh, it didn't grab those. Let me put those off to that side. Maybe it'll grab them over there. Yep, there we go. Okay. Is there more in this greenhouse? No. Okay, we're good. Perfect. So there shouldn't be any extras in there then. That's good to know. Drive through this way. That was very strange that it only grabbed some of those. That's really weird. But yeah, let's make sure there's nothing left in any of these. No full pallets. Close on a couple of those, the new ones here. It's so strange you didn't want to grab those. Just doesn't like loading from that side, maybe? I don't know. We'll drive through it the other way here in a minute. Let's grab these ones if we can. What is happening? It thinks we're full somehow? What is going on? This is nowhere near full for this thing. This is irritating me. Alright, we should not be considered full. Let's drive out this way. Ooh, goodness gracious, don't hit him. There we go. Okay, it's not considering us full. At this time, at least. Should be plenty of ability to get all of these in one load. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. Must have just glitched out or something there for a second. Well, that's fine, actually. Doesn't actually matter that much. Well, that might matter a little bit more. Let's see if I can back off of it here. Oh, these dadgum pallets are driving me absolutely bonkers. Come on, get out of there. Oh my gosh. No, I want the pallet. There we go. Oh, goodness gracious. Alright, let's grab these guys. As long as it'll let me. Perfect. Okay. Excellent. That's all of the mushrooms. Let's go sell these guys off. Get a little bit more cash for that. And then we'll fast forward through the day. Well, into the next day. And we'll sell off our beets, and then we'll finish out with all of our rice products. Because we have quite a few, and they should be done. They'll probably be, yeah, they'll be done with that by tomorrow for sure. And the beets should be done. Where are the beets? Yeah, the beets definitely be done. Oop, we're going to go this way, I guess. Nope, don't chip over, please. I don't want to deal with that. Need like a 30,000 pound weight in the bottom of the stupid trailer to keep it from tipping. And you have to go very fast and it wants to tip. Alright, we'll sell this off. It's just kind of fun, you know, selling off the products. I feel like I like seeing, when I'm watching other people do series, I like seeing them sell stuff. 'Cause it's kind of like the reward for all the work we've been doing, you know? It's one of the more satisfying and enjoyable parts of the process. So hopefully you guys feel the same way. If not, I mean, you could skip forward probably 7 minutes. And you'll probably be past all the selling if you don't really care about it, to be fair. But yeah, we'll get through another year this episode. That's the plan. Ooh, easy does it. It's a little too hot there. Yeah, we'll get some stuff done as long as these signs don't kill us. Yeah, what I'd like to do is get some more fields going. Yeah, I think that's kind of the main thing, actually, is get another rice field probably if we can, and maybe a red beet field would be great. Got a couple ways we can kind of go about that, so we'll kind of see, but yeah. And I already have a full load of beets here ready to go. I had to move them because the factory was starting to get full. These all should just kind of load up really easily. Be ready to go for us. I don't know how many more of the drop deck trailer when we finally get like a semi-truck is going to work in terms of doing stuff, but this is pretty effective. This trailer is pretty effective at hauling stuff as needed, so Okay. Let's go ahead and sleep. Let's get over to... Nope, not there. There we go. Sleep in our nice little... This is really a terrible home we've been living in. We've been sleeping in this chair, it looks like, which is... That sounds terrible. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's get through the night. And... theoretically... we could have paid off some of our loan, actually. Right there, that would have been probably nice. We should be good to go with beets. Yep. Preserved beets, 1,037. What are the prices supposed to, or normally look at like for that? Preserved food beets, 1,018, 1,007. Yeah, they're good. Farmer's market, 1,004. That's totally fine. I don't care if it's going up right now. We're just gonna clear these babies out. This is so many. And these things are 2,000 liters a pallet too, so it's just a little bit crazier. Yeah, what is there? 14, 28, 38, 42 pallets a load. Yeah, 42 pallets a load here, which is insane. There's a lot of pallets. A lot of pallets of beets, to be honest, but yeah, our rice is going to fetch us. I mean, what does the time-saving stock tell us? Our rice is going to fetch us. Yeah, 309,000 before we get the 20% bonus on that, so we gonna be doing just fine, that's for sure. There we go, 100,000 in red beets. We're slowly paying off that harvester. It'll definitely be worthwhile in the long run. Yeah, I mean, off that field, we probably got $300,000 off that one field of red beets, so that paid for most of the harvester right there. Didn't have to plant them. We do have to get a planter for our beets. That's one thing we do need to consider as well in terms of our budgeting and what have you. So we do need to pay for that. Yeah, we do need to pay for that. And I think this next year will be our last year doing wet rice. I think after that, I think we're going to phase it out. I think we're going to phase it out and focus on just long grain rice and doing massive quantities of that if we can, because I think that's just going to be kind of our cash cow, making us the most money. So, all right, let's get those loading. And then if we go into our factory here, we can turn that off and we can turn that off. We got through everything, which is great. A lot of stuff in here to take care of. Put all those preserved beets on here. We'll haul these real quick because we'll probably have 2 or 3 loads of rice stuff, to be honest, as well. Yeah, we'll haul these real quick because these are going to be we're not going to get a 20% bonus on these, so we'll just get them hauled off here real quick. This will probably be, what, another $40,000? Yep, just under that, probably. You think about just over $1,000 per 1,000 liters right now is what they're selling for. $1 a liter, that's actually, if you think about it, that's actually pretty reasonable, because if they're going to sell it for more, they'll sell it for more than $1 a liter for sure. Oop, it's those guys, there we go. Yeah, so 30, 45,000. Okay, 45,000, we'll take that, that's for sure. You do get a little bit more for selling at the farmer's market there as well, compared to other sell points. It gives you a bonus even on top of what's shown in the menu. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be or not, but that's just kind of how it works. All right, it's rice time. It's high rice time. We are making good money off our rice and what have you. I should have done a small factory a lot sooner. That's one mistake we made. I didn't realize we'd be making this much off of the rice products. I knew we'd make good money, but I didn't think it'd be this good. And some of you guys said I should have done it earlier, and you guys were right. We should have done production sooner. Okay, let's get let's do the rice rolls first. Oh, we can change that too. I want to change that to store or distributing. That's fine. Let's change that to storing. Get all those out to start. Is that all of them? Okay. Yep, that's all of them. Okay, let's go down here. Let's change that back to distributing and storing for that. Oh, it's still, that was kind of a little, it didn't quite get us all of them, but that's fine. Okay, we're at 299,000, which if we look at our, what's our loan at? Oof, our loan is pretty high. Let's just go ahead and pay back what we can so far. That loan is ridiculously high. Goodness gracious. All right. Let's get this hauled off. Oh, there's more. Oh, I guess that would make sense. We sold the mushrooms last month. So it makes sense that there's more of them. The distributor's been really helpful, too, in terms of saving time on hauling water everywhere. Gosh, it's such a useful mod. It's by Omatana, if you didn't know, the open-air garden. I have a full video out on the channel if you wanted to know more about it, but basically it's just an epic mod. You can grow anything in the little open-air gardens pretty much. And the distributors are fantastic. So if you have any productions that require seeds, fertilizer, manure, that distributor is perfect for it. All right, 166,278. 166,278 times 0.2. 33,256. 33,256. Beautiful. And that is just the beginning. The rice rolls sell for less than the rice boxes. So that had some rice boxes on it, to be fair, but this next load's going to be all rice boxes. And probably quite a few of them, I think. Yeah, we have a lot of rice boxes. But let's get that loan paid off. Gotta make sure I'm not crashing. Our loan's paid off. We're at 33,000 in the bank. Plus, we still have more rice to sell. We are doing real good. Real good. That factory's paid itself off for sure. Yeah, what is this? The episode 12 we're on right now? I think we'll go to episode 14 or 15. We're getting close. Obviously, I mean, we're starting to get to a point where money is kind of starting to become no object, but I still think we can do better. Still think we can make more every year. Still think we're gonna have to take 2 loads of these too, which is gonna be insane. Maybe we'll do some hand loading and see if we can't make some magic happen. All kind of depends on how many are left here. Oh, there's just those left? Oh yeah, we can do it. We can do it. Are these 2,000 liters of? No, there's 1,000 liters a piece. Okay. We can throw, to save one trip, we can throw these guys on real quick. Is there in there? Make sure there's nothing left in there. Yep, and let's change that back to distributing. There we go. I know the super strength's a little cheaty, but at the same time, we're also, well, I'm just going to leave it on. If I turn it off, we'll need it again to tip this thing back over. But a little cheaty, but at the same time, we are using an auto-load trailer to save on my sanity. Could I load it by hand? Yes. Would you guys want to watch that? Maybe. A couple of you that are gluttons for punishment. Oh, are you kidding me? How are we stuck on this? I hate those stupid trees. I really do. But I have a feeling if I delete them, it's going to look kind of weird there. Okay, easy does it. This is going to be a lot of money. This is going to be an absolute boatload of cash here. Make sure I don't take the corners too crazy. Okay. All right, we're doing good. There's a tornado on the horizon. I don't like that. $268,953. 268,953 times 0.2. 53,791. 53,791. Wowzers. 356,000. Our loans paid off. Oh, that is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely beautiful. All right. We just got to start buying stuff. So, I thought about how much is that field? 167. How much is this one? That one's 458. Good lord, that one's expensive. Oh, it comes with the farm too, though. Okay, we want to hold off on that one. And how much is that? 264. We're gonna buy this field. What is growing in that? Or what is going on there? Growing. Does that have oats in it? Yeah, we're just gonna be we'll be plowing that under there, but that's okay. Yeah, so we're gonna buy this field. And to be fair, actually, we're also... Oops, get out of... Oops, that's not what I wanted at all. Okay. Let's go over here to this field. I don't think this is... I want to make this a little easier on our harvester. So this is going to waste... I think I'm going to waste this part of the field here. I know I probably don't need to do that, but I think I am going to do that. Let's grab the grass. I want to put a little bit of it, just give it a little bit more space. Yeah, just for turning around and stuff up there. So I am going to do this. I know again it's a waste of part of the field, but we don't. That's going to be plenty of red beets. Don't worry about that at all. If you're worried about the amount of red beets, don't be worried about them. That is going to be plenty of red beets for sure. Okay, and then let's get some grass on there. I think the short grass is probably fine for over here. And we're still looking pretty good financially. Okay, there we go. Across there. That's fine. I'd like to get more rice products this year, so I might even take out a loan and buy this field. How much is this field? 264. I think that'll be worth it. Let's buy the equipment we need first. So we have tractors. We're good on that. We just need something to plant beets. That's got to be pretty easy. Those plant red beets. I'm pretty sure the regular planters don't at all, right? Just want to make sure. Categories planters. Yeah. Some of these will plant like canola, like that one. They'll do sugar beets. But yeah, we need a specific vegetable planter. So let's go back down here. Honestly, we'll just get the big one. 6 meters. Easy peasy. Throw down some veggies. That's no big deal. Doesn't require any horsepower pretty much. We're going to buy that. Okay. That's good. I thought about getting a truck. I think we'll wait and see if we can find one on sale. Specifically, if like this one showed up on sale, that'd be great. But if not, I also might install some modded trucks to kind of give us a little bit more options. But that's probably the only piece of equipment we need for this year. We have everything else. So, yeah, I know this is crazy, but we're gonna make it back easy enough. So that field's 264, plus we gotta put a rice field in it. That's just get us a little bit extra cash here. This is gonna be very worth it. Let's buy that. Okay, let's go visit this field. And we need to look at this one. We're not gonna go all the way up to there on the rice field part of it. We're probably just gonna cut across here. Let's do... I don't know where to put... I guess probably here is probably good for the... That can go on there. Yeah, that's fine for where that's gonna go. Yeah, that'll be fine. And on this side, we can go down pretty close to the edge there. This one we can go across. All right, and then if we lower that, boom. New rice field. Perfect. Let's go ahead and paint over. Paint over this right here. This is not a rice field or any, well, it is a field technically, but we're gonna get rid of it. There. That way our equipment hopefully can just work this and have a little bit of space around the edge and not be a big deal. That went down a little bit further in some areas that actually, no, it's pretty good. That's pretty level. I want it to be sunk in so things can kind of drive in and out of it easy as well. Sometimes that's a little tricky to accomplish. There we go. Okay, let's get that painted. The rest of this looks good, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. Let's get that painted with grass. Some short grass around the edges here. All right. Go around that. And up along there. And over. Okay. Boom! 2 new fields. We'll get that one, obviously we'll get this one cultivated in, and then we'll get some planting done over there. This is great. We are expanding. Eventually, again, we're going to buy this field eventually, and then make this one massive rice field. But I think our next expansion is probably going to be starting to move over here and get a farmyard. I have our 2 harvesters parked literally just under the train bridge over here, which is kind of funny. But yeah, so it's all coming together. It's all coming together. I actually don't think we're going to go for these fields over here. They're just not great. I don't think these two like if we combine these two, that actually wouldn't be that bad. But I slowly would like to, if we get this set up here and we're farming this, that's going to be plenty for our massive farm. I think that's kind of my goal. So we're looking at, for getting this building here, that's 458,000. Over here's 476 and 477. So we got 1.5 million in land. Oh, plus this, sorry. So 2 million in land left to acquire, basically. But yeah, there we go. Okay, so what's going to happen now? I am going to get, yeah, I'm actually probably going to end the episode here just because of time. I'm looking at it. I didn't know where I was going to get here, but I'm going to get our planting and everything done. But we got another field. Rice is happening. We're doing really good. We're making some really strong expansions here. So I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, if you guys, everything is great here. It is September and everything is ready to harvest. Every single thing. We have, here we go, red beets, long grain rice, our new fields actually from last episode. And I actually planted long grain rice in this one. These 3 have wet rice, and off camera, I did sell off our 2 small planters, the little rice transplanters. I also sold off our small cultivator because we're not going to need to cultivate anymore. And then these 4 here have long grain rice. So we should get like a lot. And this field's actually, I think, bigger, 10.91. 10.06. Yeah, this is actually a bigger field than this one, so our yield is going to be epic. Now, that does include some of that, but even having said that, the little rice doohickey that puts water in the field, it says this one is bigger. So, first off, though, we're going to sell off this guy. Our John Deere honestly kicks butt, and it can do anything. So we're going to sell this. We just don't need it anymore. I'm not going to worry about those. We're just going to sell... Oh, no. We're just going to sell that off for... What are we getting? 45,000 for it. We'll take it. And selling this, we're getting our 15 almost for that. Money's gone up a little bit there. We are going to go in here, go to finance. We're going to pay off a little bit more of that loan, which we took out a loan to get the land that we have. These guys are taking their final voyage. They are going to harvest, and then once they are done harvesting, we are going to sell these guys off, which is kind of sad. A little sad just to see them go, but at the same time, we're moving on to bigger, better things. I don't know. I think we're going to end up moving out of this area too, entirely. We're going to build. I think this episode's going to be the episode that we move and get our new farmyard set up. I think that's what's going to happen. We're going to have to see kind of how we do in terms of money, getting all of our rice and stuff rocking and rolling. Actually, I'll start you over here on the big field, and then get you over there as well. We're not going to get much for these. We might get 100 grand between the 2 of them if we're lucky. I don't even think we'll get maybe quite that much, but still, we'll get a little bit of cash from them. They've served us very well. They have served us very honorably as well. They do drive slow, and I'm not going to miss that. Yeah, other than that, they've been great. But yeah, we'll probably end up selling off everything on these chunks of land and selling these. The only reason I'm going to get rid of that yard here, we'll get off here. The only reason I'm going to get rid of this yard here, right here, not this one. This one we'll hold on to. This yard I'm going to get rid of only because it's tied to that. That one, we could probably hold on to some of the stuff over there, but we're just going to end up selling these fields. They're not really big enough for long grain rice. Eventually, we'll probably end up selling off these 2 fields as well, and kind of start working on moving ourselves over here. What all is in these guys ready to harvest? There's carrots there, potatoes there, and a lot of that green beans. A lot of green beans. Good Lord, there's a lot of stuff to harvest. Anyhow, yeah, let's tab here. I brought this guy over here. He's basically, his job is to plow this field after the harvest. The little Massey that we used to cultivate with is the perfect horsepower. It has 90. This thing only requires 70, so it's our new little planter for this field. And, of course, our little veggie harvester that didn't do anything last year is going to get a little bit of work in here and earn its paycheck up over here today. So we'll go ahead and hire a worker to start working on that. You are going to need to be ready to go to I'll probably have him just unload the wet rice over here, which would be perfectly fine. I'll use our Valtra to do the other 2 harvesters. Just won't be able to do them at the same time, so I'll just kind of have to be running back and forth, but you can chill there. You, my friend, you might as well start on these big fields, and we'll work your way over the small ones. Let's get you hired there. And you disconnect our seeder there and get ready to start hauling rice everywhere with our big little trailer here. Yeah, it's all going to be good. We may look into getting a truck this episode, but the main thing I want to do is get our new farmyard kind of rocking and rolling, which it's $500,000 to buy that land. I do think we're going to get most of that back with the buildings that are on there, so to be fair, I think we'll be okay, and we can also sell these 2 plots here, which, how much are these worth? That's 100,000 there, 167,000, plus the buildings, we're probably looking at close to 200,000 there, so yes, we'll be fine. Let's get you, I'll drive you over there in a second off camera. You're good. Is that everything? Yeah, everything's working. Everything's as it should be. Okay. Perfect. I don't know why I thought we had another vehicle I needed to do something with, but everything's going well. This will harvest doing its thing. I will honestly end up bringing you back in when it's time to sell everything. I'll bring you back in when that comes around so we can sell everything off together and then hopefully invest in this land here, which will come with a field. 458,000. It's definitely pretty pricey, but it'll be worth it. And I honestly think we're gonna cut this a little bit to make this more normal down here. And I think this top end of the field here, I think we're gonna paint over that, and this is gonna be one long farmyard. And we'll leave that space up there because eventually we're going to move this whole operation up over here. And that's why we'll need trucks, because we'll have to bring a large truck over here to sell stuff off. That's the only pain in the butt is going to be transporting things. I'm partially tempted to keep stuff down here, but eventually I just want to get out of this region. I think this is a great starting region for us. It served us very well, but this is our future up here. We're going to own this whole caboodle of land over here. Honestly, this field actually wouldn't be bad either, but yeah, I still have a lot of goals. I know it seems like we're progressing very quickly, but I still have quite a bit I want to get done before we end the series. So I know this is episode 13. We're going to get a lot of progress done here. I do plan to go until episode 15 as of right now. That's the kind of the plan. So yeah, anyhow, I'm going to get some harvesting done. I'll see you guys when it's time to sell the goods. All right, it is a rainy spring March morning here on the farm, and I've kind of changed up a little bit of what our plan is. So right now, off camera, I'm about to sell everything off. I'm going to sell all that we have. We got a bunch of stuff over here. Our loan is paid off, by the way, paid that completely off. I also sold our 2 wet rice harvesters. Yeah, and we got 196,000 liters-ish of beets off of here. And between this field, and these 4 fields, we got 214,000 liters of long grain rice, which is epic. So this episode, we're going to buy this right here, 458, and we're going to get our whole new farmyard set up. That's the plan. We'll probably do that in April. So off camera, I'm going to sell some stuff off, get some stuff done. I'm thinking we buy a truck, though. You know, actually, is there anything on sale? Of course not. Why would there be a truck on sale? I am thinking about this one because I've never really used it. It can go up to 666 horsepower. That one has more, though. It's cheaper, too. I don't care that it's electric or not. We might go with that one, then. Yeah, let's get a nice, beefy Volvo truck, you know? That'd be a good one for us to use, I think. Just because of the map we're on. I think that'll be more fitting. So, yeah, we're going to take out a loan. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but trust me, it'll be fine, because as soon as we sell a couple things off, we're going to pay that off and have extra. So I'm just going to get us really set up for success there. Let's do the Sleeper versus the Globetrotter XL. I don't think it matters for us. We can do the Sleeper. Those are the two options. Yep. Engine setup, though, I want the biggest 50 grand more. That's okay. 195,000. We don't even have enough. I thought I'd taken out more than enough of a loan. Oh my gosh. All right, yeah, we're definitely going with the bigger one though, because like, why not? You know, Sleeper, 780. You can do a. Honestly, I think 700 horsepower is more than enough. The extra 80 horsepower is not going to matter, so I actually might do that one. Yeah, 4x2. Yeah, I'd like to have some extra wheels back there. That's a little too many. Yeah, I think the 6x4. I think that's the one I want. 25,000? Never mind. We're good with the 4x2. Good lord, aero parts. No, get all of this crap out of here that costs so much money for no reason. No, we don't need a design on the mirrors. Good gravy. Front mounting. No, we don't need that. We've never crashed. That's not true. Okay. Should we go with yeah, we got to go with like our custom blue, and that's free. Of course, that's free. Why, you know, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But yes, I like that. That's pretty good. I like the look of that truck. That's a good looking truck right there. Only 162,000. We now have that bad boy. Oh, it's beautiful. And it can pull that trailer, and it'll be so much faster to sell everything off. This thing gets up and goes. This thing is cooking. This is perfect. All right, well, I'll get this back. Well, before actually I do that, let's talk a little bit more about what our plan is here. If we look in here at our productions, as you can imagine, we have a lot of stuff kind of going on in a good way. So we're gonna sell absolutely everything off over here. We're gonna sell all of this off. Well, except for our preserved food factory won't be done yet. Eventually, we will sell it off. We'll hold on to this land for now, but we're not gonna plant anything on it. We're gonna sell all of this off. We're gonna get completely out of this region. I've decided we're going to full send it over here. We'll start with this. If we have money, we might buy another field, but these 3 fields here should get enough long grain rice to cover that, and we're done with wet rice. That's where we're going. I don't want to come back over here. I think we're going to get out of this region. If we have factory set up over here, I can easily get on the road, come down here and haul over to there, and then probably head back out and around. I might even put, well, I don't know if I'll put a roadway there because there's a waterway there, but still, you get what I'm saying. It'll be plenty easy for us to get down here and sell stuff off. We can even put our own sell point over here, honestly, if we want to. Yeah, so that's kind of the plan. I haven't been doing any contracts. In April, we'll do that and get everything squared away. In the meantime, I'm going to sell everything off, which if you look, all of these are pretty much full of mushrooms. And Preserved Food Factory still has plenty of long grain rice and red beets to go through. I did spawn some of the rice rolls, so we have like 12,000 spawned or maybe 10,000 spawned. And then we have 66,000 liters of rice boxes and 66,000 liters of preserved beetroot. So we'll sell all that off, knowing that we're still going to get quite a bit more from what we have in storage here. So everything's going to go great. We're going to have a lot of money here in a second. I'm going to get that done, pay off our loan, and I'll see you guys in April. So that's my plan. I'll see you guys here in a minute. All right, it is April. This flatbed is epic, by the way. It works perfect for what we're doing. I've cleared all of our buildings out, all of our little generators. The only thing we have left over here on this side of the map, excuse me, is our little production facility over here. Sold everything off. Everything's great. So now we can keep rocking and rolling and doing our thing. Yeah, so let's go into the map here. So we obviously can't sell this yet. We still need this land, but we're going to sell this one off. Oop. Oh, I kind of feel bad. I got to delete the grass fields, or not the grass fields, the rice fields. Yeah, let's go demolition mode. Yep, have to delete it because I think it just gets rid of the field entirely. So whoever buys these next is kind of getting screwed. But we can just roleplay that was fine. Also have some bad news. Not like terrible news, but yeah, with how much rice we are now producing, how many rice products, we've actually kind of satisfied the demand. We're meeting the demand pretty well. There's still a strong demand for it, but people aren't desperate for the products anymore, which means we no longer get our 20% bonus, which is okay. We don't get our bonus anymore, but that's totally fine. We are still going to make a boatload of... I might also destroy this one while we're in here. Yeah, there we go. We are going to make a boatload of cash still doing what we got to do. So We are totally good. Totally good to go. Sell that. Perfect. Sell that one. So what we'll do is when we sell like rice products off, we will just get the straight price for them. Sell. What else do I own that's on there? We'll take a look at that in a second. Sell. What? What is on these ones? There's no rice fields. That's signed. Oh, I know. It's these guys. Yep. I forgot about these. Forgot about our roads that we placed down. All that work we did to make this property technically more valuable. And we're just destroying it all. Oh, I kind of feel bad for the next farmer, but that's okay. Sorry, farmer. The game made me do it. All right. Let's sell that. And sell that. All right. Perfect. We're sitting at $1.3 million. Let's buy that. Okay. Let's go back into... oh, I don't want the FPS on there. Let's go up over here. So I have our worker out here planting that first field, which is great. I don't want any of this. We are going to clear all of this out, I think. We do have a rice or medium. Yeah, we're selling everything. We don't want any of this. I want all this gone. I've got... Actually, that might stay. I actually might be okay with that one. Because is this is the house, right? Is that the house right there or is the house up here? Oh, the house is here, isn't it? I wonder if I can get rid of all this. Let's go ahead and save the game real quick. Save. Because if this doesn't work the way I want it to, I don't really want to ruin this area. I'd rather keep... I wish that was the house right there. But it's not, isn't it? It's the... Yeah, it's that one. Gosh, if that was the house, that'd be perfect. Let's actually just get over to the planter, the seeder, so every time I go in and out of build mode, we're not that far away. Okay. Yeah, I really wish this was it, because that would be great. But we can roleplay that's like our worker's house or something. But if we sell that off... Oh, good, it took all that out. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, let's sell that. Sell that. I don't want the fuel tank there. I want all of this. All of this cleared out. Sell. Sell. And again, I'm happy with this over here. I don't know if this takes all of this out or not, but I kind of like how that stuff is kind of tucked in there. That would be a good spot for a farmhouse, though. Let's save real quick and see what that will look like. And see if we want to do something different. Sell. Oh, that took care of all of that. Oh, wow. You know what? Yeah. To heck with it. We're getting rid of everything. We're starting from scratch here. Yep, that's perfect. Okay. That's perfect. Okay, and this field up here, we're gonna cut it back a little bit. I think we're gonna go right along here. Let's go to painting. I hate that it's that angle there. It's not the angle. I hate that this is the angle of the map, technically up and down, because everything's angled over here. I hate that all these are angled. It makes it way more of a pain to landscape and do things. So, yeah, I can only go... Those are the only ways I can lock. I wish I could lock up that way, but I can't. Okay. So we're going to be very careful about how we do this. I'm already not being as careful as I need to be, I think. Yeah, we're already not doing very good. I mean, to be fair, we're going to make it into a rice field anyway, so it's not super critical. And then this is just going to go straight up here. Up over to that. Okay, and then this is all gone. This is no longer a field. I'm not using this as arable land. This field over here will turn into a rice field. We'll do that here shortly. There we go. I don't know how I want any of this. Let's just paint over all of it. We're clearing this whole place out. Basically just doing a brand new farm build. I'm okay with some of this stuff over here. That I may not want to be the entrance anymore. We're clearing house here. Okay. Beautiful. All right, now let's get some speed here. Just to make my life a little bit easier. I'm okay with that tree. Well, actually, am I? You know what? I'm not. I don't know what I want to do with all this space. Let's get rid of these trees here. We probably can get rid of this sign, too. Can we get rid of that sign? Oh, no, I don't want to get rid of the right curve. Just the sign. Nope. What if I look that way? Nope. Okay, well, that's fine. That's going to stay there. Tree. Yep, okay. That's all going to stay. I'm going to get rid of these trees over here. We're going to place some more trees down to make it look natural. I kind of just want to start with just a fresh, a clean slate, if you will. This episode might be a little bit longer just because this is the focus of what we're doing here. Is getting this done. Okay, let's get rid of that. Perfect. And let's get rid of this. And this. And this. Okay. Did I miss anything? I don't think I did. I think we're looking pretty squared away now. So yeah. Okay. Fantastic. This whole thing's not going to be a field in the shape it's in now, I don't think. I do want it to be a rice field, though. So let's go to cultivation here. Where do I want... Maybe over here is a good spot for the... I can go up to there, actually. I can go to there. This curve is fine. This one isn't too aggressive. Down this way, this is where I have a problem, is this corner. Yeah. How do we want that angle? Maybe like right there? Yeah, and then we cut that off, and then let's lower that down by 1. Oh, nope. Darn it. What is it overlapping with? I bet it's the road. Yeah. Alright, let's try a new one here. Oh, maybe I'm the object. Hopefully I'm not the object. That could have been it too. Gosh darn it. Okay. Let's do another field. Let's do across there. And then we'll back it away from the road just a little bit. Okay. And work our way down here. And then right there, do we think? Yeah, maybe like that. Okay. Lower it down by 1. Boom. Go. All right. That's our new rice field. That one's perfect. I should have maybe eased that corner a little bit, but I think that'll be fine. I think this would have been hard to cut down in there with some of the bigger equipment. That's why I wanted to get rid of that. But we can come down here. We can paint over this. Some grass. We honestly could use this land for something if we wanted to. Oh, actually, I know what we're going to do with this land. I'm not going to spoil it right now. And I'm just going to paint over the field. I'm not going to paint anything else. We'll deal with that later. But I've got a perfect idea for what that's going to be. Okay. Let me get across the road here just so I'm not in the way. Okay. It's all coming together, so I want a lot of things kind of built on here. We got a lot of things to do. I'll get a sip of my coffee there. About 20 minutes in this episode, this very well could be a 40-minute build. I think we're going to start from this end. Well, that's actually what we should do first before we get too crazy, is let's make sure this thing is actually like flat. And we want it to go off of like probably right here. Like that's not flat there. It appears up until we got over here, it was pretty flat actually. This side's a little less flat. that all smoothed out. Okay, perfect. Yeah, this whole area was flat here. Okay, first thing let's do is our factories. We actually may have to take out a loan. We could definitely use some more money, that's for sure. All right. Now we're doing, these guys are 330 apiece. Since we have more space, I did think about doing a couple of these guys. No, let's stick with these. I actually think these guys have a better layout still anyways, so we'll do right there. And then I'm going to put the other one, actually, I might do something like that. I talked about doing that already. Yeah, making that kind of one unit. Technically not, but you get the idea. I just kind of like that kind of look, I think. Let's go to greenhouses. We're going to get some more mushroom greenhouses because they were doing real good for us. We're making real good money off them, so it doesn't make sense to not. It's going to be on the left side, right? That's just... Oh, it's okay. Left side if you're looking at it. Perfect. Okay, let's delete that one. You don't lose any money if you delete it before you exit out of here. All right, so left side of the water there. Let's go boom. And we're going to put 6 in. Okay, and then I know someone mentioned this in the comments to now do this. That way the pickup for the pallets is on the same side, so I can just kind of drive through the middle. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. It may not be perfect, but they'll be close enough. All right, now I can drive through there, get all the stuff out. Easy peasy, lemon squeeze-a-rini. Okay. This looks terrible. We're going to do some landscaping here. We'll do kind of the overall landscaping towards the end. I'm going to leave some space up here in case we need some more factories. So this is kind of our factory area. That's perfect. All fine and dandy. I don't think we'll need a silo. So I'm not going to worry about a silo right now. We do need a distributor, though. We do need that. I'm trying to think of where I want to put the distributor. To provide water to everything. It kind of makes sense to have it up here. I don't need to be able to pull things out of it. To be fair. Could do it like right there. Yeah, maybe something like that. Okay. And then we also need a buy point for water. So I'll put this guy right there. That should do it. Okay. Now, other storage, we need a fuel and stuff like that. Let's take a look at sheds first, because I want to be able to park our stuff in sheds. There's some really nice sheds. Some of them are quite... We're already down at 204. That's a very long shed there. Could do one with solar panels too. I usually don't do that. Where's the entrance to there? Okay. Maybe I'll look into some modded sheds. I don't know. None of these are really screaming the setup I want to have on my farm, you know? We actually might need like some of the big American ones to fit some of the equipment we want to have someday. So, all right, we'll come back to that. I might have to do some of this off camera, actually, because we're 15 minutes in. I thought that this would go, or at least 15 minutes into this segment here. I thought this would go a little quicker. Apparently, I'm very indecisive when I'm building. Okay. I might do some of this off camera. I might figure some of this out. I might save the game, exit out, get us some more sheds, and get something designed in here. I'll probably have to take out a little bit of a loan, but we'll get her figured out, and I'll bring you guys back in after that. So I'll see you guys here in a sec. All right, the farmyard is designed, and I'm pretty happy with how it came out. It was simpler than I thought it would be. I'm just filling up water here to the greenhouse, or the distributor, I guess, technically speaking, with our new high-tech, fancy blue tank here of water. So those are all going to start doing their thing. We're getting some water in there. Yeah, all of that is good. This cost $90,000, which was ridiculous. We have 170,000 in loans and 14,000 in the bank, so honestly, not too bad. We spent $1.2 million building this stupid farm. Land was 458. We spent a lot of money this episode, but let's go ahead and actually just go into flight mode. Let's go ahead and activate that. So this is our farm area. We got our greenhouse set up. I did some work through here so we can drive through with the flatbed. I put a little gravel output here for the flatbed because we might put it in this big shed eventually, but for now I'm good with it being outside. This big shed, this is the American Midwest Cold Storage, I believe. I painted it green only because I wanted to go blue, but this shed right here didn't have color customization and is green. It has a fuel tank here on the side, which I thought was refillable. It's actually a buy point, which is still fine. We can just buy our fuel there. This is kind of where we can put some trailers and things if we need to, right there. And then we have the cold storage here with all of our stuff. Solid fertilizer storage. We got our fertilizer spreader there. Seed storage there. Repair trigger here, which is the same one that we had before. I just put it up against this building. And obviously we have a big enough door here for a harvester that we have now and even bigger harvesters we may have later. Put our truck in here. Our beets. This is our beet field, so I put this stuff all just kind of in here. It all just kind of worked out well. Because I wasn't really sure what to do with these 3 doors at first because it was going to have to be facing really this direction, or I could have flipped it around and had one door over here with the harvester going out that way, but I wanted the harvester out that way so there'd be room to kind of turn and do its thing. So this actually just kind of worked out really well, honestly. Little farmhouse here, little modded farmhouse, put some cherry trees and stuff, got a little bit of privacy fence there, a little driveway if I want to get a truck later. So yeah, or like a pickup truck, something nice, like, that we can do whatever with. We also could, I guess, get fuel right there. I guess I forgot that that's right next door. But anyhow, this is kind of nice. I honestly really hate that the road just doesn't go straight through, but it is what it is. So that's that. The road goes around our house like we're some sort of jerks that bought this land a long time ago and made them build around us. This is kind of what it seems like. If I was the government here, I would be like, let's just buy this, put a road straight through, but what can you do? Anyhow, yeah, so I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It's going to be really good for us, I think. Everything is moved over. This field's completely planted in that time. That's also planted with bread beets now, and this field's getting planted now, and then we'll plant this one. And that'll be all our fields for this coming year and whatnot. As soon as this is done producing things, we will get it sold off, which we should get... yeah, we'll get a little bit of that money back, almost enough to pay off that loan. So that'll be good right there. Otherwise, we'll just kind of hold on to the loan until next year. It's not going to be a big deal. Pay a little bit of interest on it. We don't have any daily income, I guess. That's the other thing, too. We might want to consider, but now, you know what? No, I'm fine. We don't need solar stuff. We'll be fine. Could put, like, something in our yard. Maybe we put a couple in. I don't know. We've always had them. Let's just get a little bit more cash here, and it'll help us out a little bit, maybe. Let's do... Where are the generators at? We've always done those. We could do something crazy like that. That makes a fair amount of money. 155, or we could do like just a nice solar panel. Yeah, let's do a solar panel. You know what? I know it's a little wild for us. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. That should be plenty. But yeah, let's do a solar panel. We could do one in our yard right here. We own this land over here too. We could do one, honestly, right over here. That actually probably makes the most sense. Yeah, let's put that in. Yeah, why not? It'll make itself its money back. So, yeah, put that. Yeah, we have made a lot of progress, and we're doing really good. It is the time to sell things. Now, obviously, we have... Do we still have a loan? I'm pretty sure we have a little bit of a loan. No, we don't have a loan. We don't have a loan, but we have a lot of stuff to sell. A lot of things to offer to the community around here in terms of our products. A lot of stuff over there to... Yeah, we have a lot of stuff to sell. We're about to make a lot of money. Before we do that, though, I'm going to take out a loan. We're going to pay it back pretty much immediately. So I know I do this. People were commenting, giving me a hard time about it. Not like in a bad way, but in a funny way of like how I do take out a loan and immediately pay it back. It is what it is. But yeah, I wanted to build something to kind of, and it's probably the thumbnail. I wanted to build something. I think this is the perfect area over here to do it. Yeah, I honestly think that's the best spot to do it. This is not really, I don't think, where I want to do it. Yeah, I think this is a good spot over here. I think that's a good spot. We could also... You know what? We're going to go even further with it. I think if we go to the map here, I think what we might even do... We might buy this chunk of land right here, this field, which I hate anyways, and we might turn that into what I'm thinking right now, because I think that'll give us obviously more land than that. I think that'll just be better. You know what? Let's do that. And we're investing in the future of what we've got going on, I guess, is the way I can phrase it. So right here, I don't know necessarily what we'll do right there, or if anything, but yes, right here, this will work perfect. So I want to set up a kind of like little farm shop thing here. That's the decorated one. I believe there's multiple. Is there multiple ones for this? German signs. Let's do English. It's a Granny's farm shop. We're doing like a little farm. This is by Omatana, by the way. It's a great mod. We're gonna do like a little kind of shopping center over here for people to be able to come buy our produce, and you know, we're gonna have different ways to sell it. Maybe like kind of like a farmer's market area over here for other people to use as well. We'll put that maybe a little further in, maybe like right there. Yeah, something like that. And then I mean, we could do like some. Maybe we'll do some decorative ones. The store is not bad either. I'm not as much of a fan of this store, but you know, having a few things here and there for people to be able to buy stuff at, I think would be kind of good. Could do the big farmers kiosk is right there. Could do the massive farmers market. 180,000. Good lord, that is expensive. No. There's the wholesale point right there. I might put this one in just so we have an easy place to sell all of our stuff. But yeah, I wanted to have somewhere kind of close by to sell stuff, and I thought it'd be kind of nice if we did like our own little area. So, yeah, let's go to decoration. There's a lot of stuff in here. What does that say? The jest safety device to a careful worker. Gosh. We can put some signs in, like to indicate for people to kind of head in this way. Yeah, there's all sorts of different I don't know if I want a basketball hoop out here. I was thinking about maybe putting like a little park in, making like a little community center. We've been here, working here with this community for a long time now. I thought we could actually maybe give back to it, you know? I think that'd be good. Do I have like some parking spots in here? That would be kind of nice if we had that. That's like a little area of like a bike stall there. That's not a bad thing there. Yeah, let's see. We could probably put some of a couple of like little bike racks in. Maybe next to the shop here. Yeah, maybe do like that sort of thing there. And maybe see if I can't get one of these to look like it's in the storage here. There we go. Okay. It's probably not perfect, but that'll work. There's another bike there. Sure, we can put that right there. Okay. Little garden gazebo. That wouldn't be a bad thing to have. I don't know where I want to do some of this stuff. I might do some of it off camera as well, because I could see myself spending way too much time building up this little area. If you've ever watched one of my No Man's Land series, you know I can take some time and get pretty creative and do all sorts of things. I'd like to get maybe something a little bit bigger. Like a bigger structure. I was hoping there'd be like something that would be like for like market stalls and stuff. Something similar to that. That'd be kind of cool to have. A little flower stand, that's not bad. We can put that out for sure. That's a good spot for that right there. No. I guess this is like a... We could use these as like little market stalls. Just be like they're, you know, they can be undecorated or undecorated right now. That would be fine. I think Omatana does have some really good like mods coming out that are gonna be perfect for this, but they just won't be out in time for what we got going on. So maybe we could probably work this in together here. Maybe put a few of these little structures in. And again, we're paying for all of this. We're doing this to give back to our wonderful community that is allowed us to live here and be provided, provide for ourselves and do everything we need to do. We'd use some of that, and then maybe like maybe just another one over there. Yeah, like a little market row there. We have plenty of space. There's no limit on the space that we have going on here. Something like that would be kind of maybe a nice decorative object. Yeah, we can put that right there. Okay. Maybe a little cart. Oh, something like that. That'd be kind of nice. Maybe. That's the flowers there. We could maybe they need like 2 flowers stands. I don't know. Could make that one a little bit. It kind of looks weird if we double that up though. So maybe not. We could put another one somewhere else though, I guess. Maybe we do... I don't know. Maybe we can do one... Yeah, maybe we do one right here at the end. That kind of looks more natural there as well. Ooh, we could do like... Yeah, like you can, come here and put your face in there and, whatnot. Sunset Farm, that's not really the name I'm going for here, but I know these are all decorations from Ben Springs. This one I'm good with. This would be a good way to draw people in. There we go. Yeah, I don't know, something like that. And then, I don't know, I guess we probably could sell like propane as well, or gas here. Have maybe that over here. Someone needs to buy that. I don't know. Yeah. Well, it's a clothesline. We don't really want that here. Ooh, this is like a little market stall. I don't know why I didn't see this one and put this one out. I can go like right there. Maybe put 2 of those back to back. 2 of them right there. Yeah, like that. Those are kind of a little small maybe, but they'll work. They'll work for what we got going on. Put a little decorative scarecrow in, maybe like right here on the corner. Okay. Yeah, and then, yeah, we'll keep this mostly open. Let's do, we could use maybe some lighting as well. Kind of, maybe we want more kind of old school kind of lighting in here. We could just do that. Boom, boom. One right there, maybe out around there. Maybe something else more, not big. Yeah, this is better. I like that. Then we can have that kind of sit there and light this area up a little bit. Now, at the end of the day, I just needed really just kind of a sell point, but this is going to be just a lot better. A lot more stuff going on. Put another light right there. Maybe another one right there. Yeah. Okay, let's do a little landscaping here. This is honestly the main thing I wanted to get done this episode. We're going to sell a lot of stuff off, and we're going to make plenty of money. How do I want to do this? Do I want to do... Oh, we should do like one of the brick layouts. Or the little brick designs. Yeah, like this one is, I think, perfect for this. Yeah, this is good. All right, let's do that. Yeah, perfect. Like a nice little market area through here. Off to the side here, I'll put maybe a little bit different just to indicate there's something else kind of going on here. Back to this one. Yeah, this is perfect for up around here. It doesn't have to be perfect, honestly. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. I want it to look good, but we don't need to shoot for perfection. I'm mostly saying that for my benefit, so I don't try to shoot for perfection. Because that'll be what I'll try to do. Let's just make this a nice big open area here. There, we got a little bike area off that way. Yeah, people can ride their bikes in here and do their thing. We got all sorts of different designs in there. Okay, maybe we put like a tree up here or something like that, you know? No, maybe like a smaller tree than that. It's kind of hard to tell, like, in March when they're not going to be, full, but... I love that those ones over there somehow are fine, but the ones over here are not. Okay, so that's pretty good there. I like that. A little market area. I'll do a little bit more decorating, probably, off camera here. The other, we need like another big sell point, I think, maybe off in the back, like maybe kind of a warehouse point. We just got a lot of stuff, a lot of room over here, a lot of stuff that we could have happen. So yeah, I think there could be a lot of stuff kind of going on here. Let's get over to sell points. Honestly, this wholesale market is pretty good for looking pretty industrious. Yeah, that might be. This might be what we're kind of going for. Ooh, this is an actual market in there. Well, that's kind of cool. I guess I didn't really pay attention to the inside of it. I was thinking we could do another thing as well, but yeah, well, maybe the wholesale market can go down here. Oh, well, no, I kind of want them all to be kind of in this area, maybe. Maybe this area back here can be the fun area for, like, kids and stuff like that. And then we can have maybe, like, more of a drive-up kind of wholesale market right here for everything else you might need. Yeah, maybe like that. Whew, we're just cooking through my cash. Cooking through it. Okay, and this one. Cement. Plates lighter. Maybe we do, like, maybe cement just to give it a little bit of a change from the roadway here. Yeah, there we go. Cement plates, that's fine. I can put those up through there. I'll make that look nice in the front as well. And then this can be like kind of a path for delivery trucks and stuff to go on to get around to it. But I can kind of decorate the rest of the stuff around here. Back here, maybe a little bit of a work area. Maybe one of those decorative forklifts can sit back there as well. But yeah, okay, I'll do a little bit more work. I'll get this nice and tidied up here. Well, actually, while you guys are still here, because it's kind of the main thing I want to do, let's sell everything off. We should be able to. Let's go ahead and and there's no more 20% bonus, so it doesn't matter. We can have, honestly, we can set all these guys to storing. So it doesn't matter in what order we take anything. There should be a lot of stuff out there for us. And they're pretty much very similar sized. Should be able to get most of the stuff. I'm gonna wait for them to start spawning things again here. There we go. Yep, keep it coming, keep it coming. So much stuff on this truck. So much stuff. Yep, keep going. Yeah, another layer. I think that might be everything for that one. Oh, if we could get like all of this stuff on one load, that would be great. That'd be epic. That's so much weight. That poor truck is really trying. Wait for him to start spawning again. I say there's got to be more in there. Oh gosh, this truck looks insane. Oh man, unable to load anymore. All right, there it is. That is its capacity, which is insane. Okay, let's look at time-saving stock check. Where is it saying to sell a restaurant? Ooh, let's just look when we're looking here. Let's look at their prices. Products. So we have oyster mushrooms. We do have some of those that we're going to sell as well. Farmer's Market's the best. Granny Shop's not bad. The restaurant's really good. Wholesale Market actually is not bad either. So wholesale market probably for mushrooms. Red preserved food beetroot. Wholesale Market's not good. Granny Shop is on the way up, but still not as good. You know what? We can take a little bit of loss. We got to get our investment done. We got to use our new place. It doesn't make sense to not use it. And Rice Box. Granny Shop is great as well. Well, Wholesale Market's better, actually. So Wholesale Market for Rice Box, but the red beets... Okay, they're not, we're going to take it all to the Wholesale Market, which I think is totally fine. Then we'll come back and get the rest. But this is going to, again, we're going to be able to pay off that loan. No problem. Actually, probably we should just go this way. Oh, don't tip now. Oh, don't tip. Don't tip. I'm fighting it. Goodness gracious, that is... This is probably the craziest load I've ever hauled in, well, maybe not. I say craziest load I've ever hauled in Farm Sim? I don't know. I've done some crazy things in Farm Sim, so maybe not. But yeah, this episode, I wanted to get all this stuff sold off, and then next episode, we are going to, maybe even this episode a little bit, I want to start really cranking up our upgrades. Next episode's going to be kind of just looking back on what we've done and buying some more fields, maybe, getting some more stuff going. We got a lot of ways we can still go with this. We're kind of at the point where, you know, things are just kind of going good for us, which is great. Should have braked earlier. Can't brake. That actually helped us. That pole did. Okay. Let's do all those. Start selling all of that off right there. Okay. There we go. 610,000. That's not even all of it. Guys, it's not even all of it. Where was I going to sell the oyster mushrooms to? Let's see. They could go, yeah, the wholesale market as well for those. That's not even the best price. We can get more at the farmer's market, I'm pretty sure, as well, which is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Let's go pick up all the mushrooms, and then we'll go back, and hopefully we can get the rest of those red beets on top of the mushrooms. Hopefully we can do it all in one more load. If not, not a big deal. We don't have to go very far, so. Hoping that these are positioned just right. Yeah, I'm sure they will be. Ooh, only 2. I don't like the way it did that, but that's okay. Might have to do a couple more loads then. Okay, we'll see how many we can fit on here. I'm hoping it'll go 4 high. Not that that's gonna get all of the mushrooms that we have. We have so much stuff to sell. Jeez Louise. Alright, let's grab these 3. This is insane. Alright, so we'll get the mushrooms last on the next load. So we're definitely going to take, I think it's about to say you're full. No! We're going 5 high? No way! This is insane. Six high? Nope, it's not letting me load anymore. That's okay. Good night. That is a crazy load of mushrooms. It's the craziest load. I don't know why I didn't loop the other way onto like the actual road. I don't know why I'm trying to go in the field every time. That is a crazy load of mushrooms. We're just going to drive straight across here. If we're already going in the field, we might as well just commit to it. Crazy. It's a crazy load of mushrooms. All from just some free water we're getting. That's just the investment to get the greenhouse. Goodness. Whew. Yeah, this is insane. This is insane. This is going to be like another... I don't even want to guess how much it's going to be. It's not going to be as much as like the rice box and stuff, I don't think. $181,000, we'll take it. That's for sure. That is for sure. We will definitely take that. Okay, we'll go back. We're going to get our last load. We'll go grab the... I don't know. I guess we'll grab the beets first and then go for the mushrooms. That might make the most sense. But yeah, I think it's fair for us to give back to this community. They've given us everything we have pretty much by allowing us to be here and do our thing. So it's a nice little way for us to give back. This is the episode of giving back. Let's get all this loaded up. And then we should hopefully just... I just want to buy some more equipment. Finish buying off the fields I wanted to buy. Get just this massive epic proportions thing going on here for us. And actually, matter of fact, I think the next thing we're going to do is we're going to buy this field and we're going to make this one big rice field. I've been talking about doing that. I think it's high time we did it. Okay, there's some more right there. Any more in there? No, I think we got them all. Okay, so last of our preserved beets. There's some more mushrooms down there. I missed some on that last greenhouse. That's okay though. Grab the last 4 pallets here. Okay, there we go. Easy peasy. This is insane. Some of it too was from the other warehouse, to be fair, as well. So I don't know if we'll get that every year, but yeah, we'll end up making, we're making like $800,000 worth of stuff every year, which is crazy. Maybe just over that. Obviously, we got to pay our bills and things like that, but they're nothing compared to $800,000 we're making every year. There we go. We're sitting at 888. Let's go ahead and pay off that loan before I forget it. And that'll give me plenty of money to finish out doing what I'm doing. I'll maybe use another 80,000 of that, which I think is totally fine. Let's go and buy this area. Oops. Yes, buy that. And then what I want to do is we are going to demolish this rice field and this rice field, which seems insane to me to do that, but it's okay. I don't know what's growing here, but it ain't rice, so we don't want it. Let's get cultivation. Oh, we only have to flood 1 rice field. That'll be so nice. I'm gonna put I'll put the pump somewhere along here, probably. Maybe right on there. That'd be probably a good spot for it. Okay. Let's go boom. Okay. I don't want to get too close to that either. I don't want it to yell at me again. Maximum field? No! Why is there a maximum? Oh no, there's a maximum field size. Oh, that's cruel. All right, well, I'll figure out a way to make this. Oh, that's so sad that you can't make that whole thing a rice field. Oh, that's the worst. All right, well, I'll figure out a way to divide this up and make it work in terms of rice fields and things like that. So I'll figure that all out. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. I'll get a little bit of work done and I'll bring you guys back in to finish out the episode. All right, it has been a little while. Off camera, we got quite a bit of stuff done. All of our stuff is planted in our new fields and everything like that. And I have some special surprises over here. Our little kind of give back to the community area is done, and it looks quite nice. It's probably on the thumbnail, to be honest. Yeah, because I really don't know what else I'm going to use for a thumbnail, so it's probably almost certainly on the thumbnail. But let's just do this. This will be faster. All right, so right here we have a nice little entrance. It's a little shadowy, but it says this way. You come in here, you got like a little area where you got Granny's farm shop here, which this is by Gamer Granny Tana or Omatana. Got a couple little stands for people to use here and there. These things are empty, which is just what it is, but yeah, it's all fine and dandy for now. Over here, for our little wholesale point, I put a little fence to keep people out, and forklifts over there. We got a nice little eating area, so you can buy some stuff maybe to eat in the market and come over here and sit down and eat it, or bring your own food and picnic or whatever. Your kids can come run over here in one of our playgrounds. You got this nice little setup here. A lot of stuff for them to do. And then we also have another one actually over here. Of course, there's benches and stuff for parents to watch and whatnot. But yeah, we've got another setup over here. I use like the red forester because it's kind of like, I don't know, I just kind of imagine it's like a red mulch of some kind. And over here we have kind of like a little community building, so you can maybe rent this out for like an event or something. And then out the back, got a couple of gazebos out here for a little bit more fun. And then out this side, there's nothing out the other side over there, just nothing. But out here you have another gazebo. But yeah, so overall, if we get kind of like aerial mode, nice little area here. We have an area to kind of loop around. Red beet field here. Yeah, you can come and do your sort of thing. So yeah, we have this set up for the community to come use. People can come, use our, different stalls and things like that and sell food and things like that. So yeah, just a place for people to get out in the country and kind of enjoy. So I mean, obviously a lot of people probably live in here. It's very industrious in here. There's a lot of buildings. It's actually not that big of a town really, but it feels kind of big in here with some of this stuff. So if people want to get like kind of a little escape from the city, they can get out here, which I know the unfortunate part is, I guess it's not next to a highway, but it's next to the train tracks. So that's one unfortunate part. It kind of takes away a little bit of it, but I still think it's a really good little setup here. This might have been a little bit better, a little bit further away from the highway, or the train tracks, excuse me, but it's still good, and it's right off the highway here, so you can, if you're coming from the city, you can take this exit down around and then come right out and then head right back over into the city, so you can have a nice little easy access, or you can take a nice country drive. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It took me a couple hours to get this all done and kind of set it up and decorate it, so I was happy with how it turned out. But yeah, that is the end of this episode. The next episode is going to be our last on Hutan Pantai. We'll probably go a couple years and hopefully get some good harvests in and buy some really nice equipment and call it an episode, or call it a series. But yeah. Yes, it is spring planting time. I sold all of our products off camera, and you can see our money has gone up. I did pay off, we had $175,000 in loans. I did pay that off. Oh, a couple things, too. I bought that bulk trailer over there. I sold off our little lizard dragon truck thing. I just figured we didn't really need it. I feel like there was something else I did, too. It couldn't have been that important, but anyhow, it's time to keep rocking and doing our thing. Yeah, I would like to get some new equipment this year. One thing I want to buy is another seating setup. Oh, I upgraded the engine to this, so it's the max engine now, which is super cool. I think we can get another one of those. Where's the voucher we own? Do we own one of these? Yeah, we own one of those. Or we could get another tractor as well. Just like, I don't know, we have the money. We could do like I don't use the Massey. I haven't used the 9S really a whole lot. What do we got under like the high and mediums here? Definitely have enough horsepower, but I want to get some bigger, beefier stuff. I thought about doing another one of those, but maybe we'll get another Massey. Or not another Massey, but we'll get a Massey instead. It's a little bit more money, a little bit more horsepower, so this one we're looking at 292 for 425, or 288 for, yeah, it's really, we'll do the EU version. I don't know if that's what the US does. It doesn't matter. I mean, we're not in either the EU or the US right now, but this will work. Let's do, that's wides and weights. We probably don't need wides and weights. Let's do wide tires, though. I like a little bit beefier tire setup there. Okay, let's go ahead and we are just going to, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and buy this outright. It's crazy that we can just afford to do that. Do I have I don't have a weight on this guy. Okay. A weight probably wouldn't be bad for these guys, but that's okay. Let's get another planter seeder set up going. Seeders. Yeah, we have, where's the one we have? We have this one, don't we? Yeah. 12 miles an hour, 6 meters. 7 miles an hour, 9 meters. 12, 8 meters, and that's a direct drill but doesn't fertilize. How it fertilizes 6 meters at 10 miles an hour. 6 meters at 12 miles an hour, and just cheaper. Yeah, we're just going to get another one of these, I think, is probably the best option. Yeah, we'll do the tire roller. I think that's fine. We don't really need the row control or the ridge marker. Seeds 4,000. Yeah, that right there. That's the setup I want. It's got the most seeds and fertilizer overall to work with us here. Okay, we're going to buy this guy. 133. And that drops our money down a little bit there. Let's get our stuff working. You're ready to go. We should maybe buy another, I thought about buying our piece of land as well. Especially if we're, upgrading. We're probably going to go through like 3 or 4 years in game this episode. Just grinding and doing some different stuff. Let's hire you for that. We could get, how much is this field over here? We'd have to take out a loan. It's pretty pricey. We could also do that one. That one's a really good one there. I think that would be easy to put a grass field in, or a rice field in, excuse me. Yeah, it would really bump up how much we're making every year. I'm also not going to replant this field, because this field we got like 20,000 liters off of, which I know is something, but it's not a lot. This is plenty for the red beet production here. But yeah, we could do that. Could buy that field over there. And they will do that. It'll put us in a little bit of a loan situation, but again, we will be able to afford to pay it back, no problem. Let's get us up to, yeah, about 400-ish there. Oops, clicked over too far on my computer here. Let me get this pulled back up. What is that? 343. No, I didn't want to visit it, but I guess we can. Let's go ahead and buy this. Okay. And then I need to just get out of there. Let's get our Massey working. Oh, just a beautiful piece of equipment. It's always fun to get, like, to work up to a point on any game save where you can just buy new equipment like this. I mean, yeah, we're low on money now. I know we really probably, if we were to buy land, it sounds so good. We maybe didn't need to get the Massey, but I think it'll be worth it. I mean, we're going to use it. It's going to save us some time. Oh, it's so nice. I love this tractor. I love Massey Ferguson, especially the new ones too. Old ones and the new ones are great. And this is now our second Massey on our farm, because we have our small one to do our other stuff. Let's get this switched over to long grain rice. Get some seeds and fertilizer in this bad boy. There we go. Oops, no, hop out. Let's get some fertilizer. Oh, we don't have any more. We gotta buy some more. It's no big deal. Let's get maybe, oh, it's just 10,000. Yeah, let's just buy 10,000. We will end up using it eventually. I believe this is already actually double fertilized because I think it needed lime, so I think I fertilized it, limed it, and then refertilized it or something. Or maybe I fertilized it, then we plowed. No, that was what it was. We fertilized it, then I plowed it, and then I refertilized it again. So, and the rice is nice because it only requires, well, one state of fertilizer. Season's already, yeah, it's good. It's all good. All right, those guys are working there. That one requires lime. Let's see if I put the field on it if it doesn't require lime anymore. We're not gonna do. I'm actually gonna do something. I usually do this after the fact, but I think it'll be easier if I do it before. I'm gonna paint first. It's probably cheaper to do it after the fact, but I'm gonna paint first. And put grass down first, just around the edges, because the field's not gonna be. We're not gonna be able to go all the way out as crazy as we normally go. No, that's a little too much. There we go. Just do that. Probably going to cut this corner here. So let's do that. Okay. And it's okay if I go a little too deep into it. I'm literally going to place down a field, so. The big thing is just to make my life easier, honestly. Very selfish reasons I'm wasting this money now. It's fine. We can be a little selfish now that we have the money to do it. That's probably good right there. So just get. Actually, doesn't really matter if I get into the field at all, because we are going to we're going to be placing a field down. Just want to get some grass on here so it looks nice. Because I do like it to look nice in the farms I work on. I like, you know, especially as much hours and work we put into this thing. I mean, I say we, but you guys have been along for the ride. You guys have watched the videos if you're here. So, if you haven't, you can go back and watch them. I will be doing a supercut as well of this whole series of us building our, hopefully, multi-billion, it won't be billions, but multi-million-dollar rice empire here. Alright, this didn't actually cost. I'll put a little bit in the road there. That's fine. It's fine. That's the city's problem. It's not ours. Alright, there we go. It didn't cost us too much, I don't think, so far to do all that. Finance, what do we spend on? Land purchase. Yeah, 11,000 bucks to do all that. That's not too bad at all. Okay, let's put in our rice field. Where do I want the... Maybe over here. Do that. There. To there. And then here we're gonna... kind of curve around that corner a little bit. I'm kind of okay with that. Well, maybe we'll go a little bit out. All right, let's lower it by 1. Boom. And it is. Beautiful. Don't have to do any landscaping around the edges, and it's mostly okay. Some areas are a little rough, but that's okay. Overall, looks good. In this area that we're not going to do anything with, we're just going to say, hey, look at that. We have like a little community garden over here. People can plant whatever they want. That's what we're going to say about that. But, okay. Why are you not working anymore? So, maybe did I unhire him? Oh, not enough money. Oh, that's my bad. All right. Where's your brother at? Actually, we need to get you started as well. Let's get you out here. You got red beets to be planting. Hire. Where's your brother? Here's your brother. All right, there. Now we get your brother working. Okay. I don't know why I'm calling him his brother, but that's double fertilized, and well, I think a little bit of it maybe is not where we painted over a little too much, but come on now. There we go. Does not need lime. Plowing? It says around the edges, so maybe we should actually plow that. We probably should. I don't want to have... Yeah, let's just plow it. You know? Let's just plow it. Might as well, you know. Might as well get it plowed. I'll just have them do the whole thing, so it's all just squared away out there. So I guess there is a downside to landscaping after the fact, but that's okay. And actually, while we're here... He hasn't planted this area yet. We could just plow this real quick. Just lower this down. There's a little bit up here we should have gotten to. Yeah, and this strip, yeah, we might as well just go up this. But anyway, I'll get him to plow that, and yeah, I'll probably honestly bring you guys back in honestly next year when we're buying something else cool. So I'll see you guys in a while. All right, guys, I have some good and some sad news. Well, look at our money. First off, we are debt free. Over $1 million in the bank. We have officially made $1 million farm. Now that money's about to go away because we're going to spend it on something cool. I sold our harvester so we can get a new epic harvester, which is awesome. So if we go in here, I was thinking I really wanted this guy, the AF11, but I think we're just going to go the CR11 Gold Edition. I just think that's good for what we want to do. So let's go ahead and buy this bad boy. Yeah, maybe that one. Type 2, probably. What should we do it? Success. It's not gonna work. I hit the wrong button, too. Let's see. We are... I don't know. We are cool. But cool. No, guys, I don't know what to do. Let's go and buy this guy. There we go. Okay. Let's do combinations. Yeah, there's the big old golden header of magic. US, sure, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, let's go ahead and buy that. Still got money left over. And I didn't even plant any of our fields, which I know sounds stupid, but at this point, like, I would like to get on to doing some more series, put a little bit more time into getting some more Frankenmuth episodes out. I've got a really killer idea for my next series, and I want to start being able to work on that. So I didn't want to spend the time planting. I knew we'd get a harvesting contract, and we sure did. a little one over here, which we can finish out. We got to use our harvester at least once, right? We got to. But yeah, we made it. We have a, what is this? 740 plus 140. That's what, 780, 880. We have an almost $900,000 harvester, and next year we could buy another one if we did all of our fields again. It's just rinse repeat at this point. I mean, there's not really any stopping us, so we, I'm sure, can take out this in no time at all. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard to say goodbye to this series. I honestly really enjoyed it. I wish I had started this sooner. I wish I had started doing this series right as the game came out. I think it would have done a little bit better, been a little bit more popular. By the time I started doing it, there are already a few mod maps out, so most people didn't really care about some of the base game maps as much. And I know I say that as some of you guys, if you guys are watching right now, you probably were on board with the series from the beginning and loved it. But yeah, I did have a lot of fun, and it was my first Farming Simulator 25 series, so I can't really complain. But yeah, that's where I leave it. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to miss crops like I'm doing now. And if you haven't already, that's what I got for you guys. I got thrown off because I was missing crops. That's why I use GPS. But we have a beefy combine and we're awesome, so that's the important part. I'll see you guys in my next series.